about all of you saying, hey, why don't we start? And I'm also going to ask you to let me know if you could hear me okay. I have to be honest. Nobody knows this, not my girlfriend, not my business partners, no one, but I got so excited about this webinar right now that I didn't go to sleep until 6 a.m. last night Eastern time. Right now it's 10 a.m. Eastern time, so I got 3 hours sleep. That was it. And I'm just so excited about what I'm about to show you because last night's webinar went so incredibly well. All right, so you can hear me okay. We have Mark. We have another Mark, so it's Mark H., Mark Anthony, and we have B. Graham. Tell me where you're from. We have Lanzarote. We have Dublin, Ireland. We have Stone Mountain, Georgia. Very good. And yeah, thank you for coming on in. Now, we have something very exciting tonight, and I'm going to start you out by watching a little news clip from ABC. It's the ABC or CBS. Let's watch this, and this will get us in the mood to get started.
On the perception of what is real and what is virtual reality is shifting. And where we're seeing lines blurred the most is on social media. There's a rise of artificially intelligent influencers, accounts with hyper-realistic posts, heartfelt captions, and thousands upon thousands of adoring fans. Some companies are looking to these AI influencers to be the face of their brands.
And of course, the key thing that she said there is companies are looking towards these AR influencers to be ambassadors for their brands, which is just so important right now. It's something that is becoming a very, very big business out there. And in fact, with AI killing so many jobs, this is one way that AI is making so many jobs, because there's existing AI influencers out there that have been cropping up since around 2016, including Aisha Neo, Kenza Laley, Roxy, and Emily Pellegrini, who's actually a man, and that man has created quite an amazing AI character. Now, these all look and sound real, but cost a heck of a lot to make. You have whole teams behind these AI influencers, but guess what? We're about to see how to do this with hardly any expense at all. There's others, such as Shudu, the AI model, and this is one of the most famous, Aitana, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Lopez, the Spanish AI influencer, the one with the purple hair that got famous from that, 11,000 per month at least from brand deals, which we'll be learning about today, what brand deals are, etc. But that's just scraping the iceberg in terms of what we're going to show you today, because those AR influencers are already established, but there's something called UGC. Now, from my last webinar last night, I realized, or I always knew this, but so many folks in the marketing world just take that term for granted now. I need you to do me a favor. I need a 1 in the chat box or a 2 in the chat box. The 1 is if you know what UGC stands for. Well, it's obviously right in front of you. If you knew what it stood for before you saw it right in front of you. And I want number 2, if you did not know what UGC stood for. If this is the first time that you're hearing that term broken down, give me a 2 in the chat box. So 1s and 2s. 1s if you already knew what UGC was, and a 2 if you're just learning what it stands for. I just want to judge from our group here today. Okay, it's about half and half, so it's about an even split, and I appreciate you sharing that with me very much. It's user-generated content, and there is a subtle difference between the influencers and UGC, and I'll explain what that is. You see, brands and local businesses are desperate for social media ads on their channels and their websites. Think of UGC as simply well, it's kind of an ad, but very often it's done more informally than an ad. But it is an ad, okay? And what it is, it's on their sites, not necessarily your own channel. And they're desperate for that, and you could fill that void right from the start rather than have to wait to become an AI influencer where you already have, folks that are following you. So that's the subtle difference between. Now, what if you could produce UGC and influencer videos without ever picking up a camera or spending the mega bucks that these other folks did to create those amazing AI influencers that are out there already? What if you could do the same thing without that? Yes, you could create viral UGC videos in minutes without the actors, without the cameras, so you don't have to film yourself, without the editing skills or the ultra expensive software. Introducing what you've been waiting to see, OhSoReal, the AI video tool that's changing the game. Now, here's the thing. What I'm about to show you is a webinar filled with examples, and we'll even create these live. And it's going to absolutely change your mind about what AI is, because this is the product of the year when it comes to AI. I know that's a big claim because we have other things that came out like VO3, and I'll explain why this is even better in a moment. But this is going to absolutely turn your head upside down. So strap in, be very interactive in the chat box, because we're going to give a reward out at the end of the webinar in about an hour and 5 minutes or so. We're going to give a reward, a reimbursement for your purchase of $50 to the person that is the most interactive. So please interact with us as much as you'd like in the chat box. And this is really where the webinar is starting as I show you the first example. Now meet Alicia.
Hi, I am Alicia, an AI avatar from Synthesys. Get ready to produce personalized videos without needing to speak in front of a camera every time. Create an instant superhuman for free using Synthesys' cutting-edge AI technology and use it in your videos moving forward.
Okay, so before I go any further, what are some of the things you notice about her? All right. I want to better than Midjourney. Thank you. I want you to just give me a couple of impressions, because I'm going to go over each characteristic that makes these special. And again, I'm going to show you tons and tons and tons of these, and they're really, really exciting. That's just the first one, but I just want a little snippet of what you thought about that. You're in love. She looks real. Maximum length of video is 30 seconds. Okay, as realistic as you've seen in a while. All right. Well, how about we have so many more examples to show you, starting with this. And remember, each one of these, as I roll through, most of them we've just created. Some of them we created a week or so ago. And some of them we're going to create right before your eyes. Here's one regarding pickleball, which is going to be the theme for the day.
Come play pickleball with me. My rating is 3.5, but I beat Anna Lee in a match last week, so I guess I am improving.
By the way, for those of you on the webinar, I want to remind you, we're also going to do a question at the end of the webinar with a $50 reimbursement from something that happens early in the webinar. And, if you could remember things that are happening like right now, that's going to help you later on with that question. All right, here's another one. This one will show that lip sync oh so well.
New York City, the city that never sleeps. From the bright lights of Times Square to the calm of Central Park, iconic eats, endless energy, and a vibe you won't find anywhere else. It's a place where every street feels like a movie set. Whether you're visiting or dreaming, NYC hits different.
And a reminder, I'm going to show you how you could repeat these folks easily so that that person you just saw could continue to interact with the audience over and over and over again, many times over, as the same person. That's right. It's a game changer.
Okay, but this is a game changer.
I don't know. This is getting really creepy. Do you think it's a friend or foe AI?
AI, friend or foe?
I want you to watch that one again very closely. Watch his lips. Notice that you can read his lips.
AI, friend or foe?
Perfect for the hearing impaired. Here's why OhSoReal is going to be your business's new best friend. While AI is taking over jobs left and right everywhere else, there is a huge need for these kind of influencers and these kind of video ads to actually get in there and take the place of what is dying right now, such as television ads, which have been in decline since I was on television. We spoke about this decline internally in my TV station back in the 1990s. That's how far back this decline goes, even beyond that. Now, the reason the typical user-generated content video marketing fails is because it's expensive. The filming, the editing, and voiceovers that you do for yourself is just too, it's a hurdle that's too big to climb. I personally do UGC videos myself, of course, for clients. I also do it as an influencer, and I actually stopped because it took me too much time. All right. Do it yourself content also often lacks polish for many. Even myself, I'm a professional television person. Trouble keeping up with looking good enough to put these out there. Hiring actors is expensive. So if you try to do it that way, obviously you'll run into too much of an outlay, especially if you're just starting out with these. And outsourcing the whole UGC thing would be really expensive. It's risky and unscalable. You want to be the person that others come to so that you could put together the UGCs. And that is because you're going to learn how to do it very inexpensively. And international clients, oh, wouldn't that be great if we had something that could do any language? And we do have something that could do any language, as you'll see in just a moment. OhSoReal solves all these problems. First of all, you could generate these ultra realistic close-up UGC videos using what we call AI personas. Those are those AI avatars. You could add your voice first. That's how you do it. You'll see in the demo, through incredible text-to-speech, or import an audio clip of yourself or your client, or our bonus today, you can clone yourself. Did you hear what I just said? Our bonus is you could clone your voice. And I have an example of my cloned voice that I just did the other day, which is going to blow you away in just a moment. We're going to give you 4 of those. Imagine going to your clients, especially local business clients, and saying, hey, we're going to create a character that looks just like you or close to what you look like, and then we're going to include your voice, and I'm going to text to speech it all the way. I'm not even going to need you to say anything. Imagine if you said that to a client, what they'd say to you. You could personalize every single idea in terms of how they look, the outfit, the background, the language, and the emotion. That's right, even the emotion of your AI influencers, your personas. And the best part about that is it's super easy to do. This whole thing is going to shock you how easy it is to put these together. It is just oh so simple. The first step is to choose an incredible voice or upload your own voice clip, or use your bonus cloned voices, the text-to-speech. The second step is going to be to type up to a 30-second script. That's 75 to 80 words in over 30 languages. You're going to describe how you want your OSR, that's OhSoReal persona, to look. You're going to describe that. Then you're going to add a product, or that's right, an image of a product. You just take a picture of it. Just take a picture of it, and then they're going to be able to hold that or wear the logo of that product, and they're going to be able to show that off. And then you're going to preview your persona before you even finish it off so that you know that everything's going well, with features such as the realism, which we've been talking about.
Mostly cloudy tonight with showers and thunderstorms, and low around 55 degrees. Tomorrow, look for a foggy start, and then boom.
All right, I'm holding the microphone to the speaker, and I took it away for a second. So let's watch that one again.
Mostly cloudy tonight with showers and thunderstorms, and low around 55 degrees. Tomorrow, look for a foggy start, and then boom.
All right, now most of you on GoToWebinar here are getting this right away. Sometimes on GoToWebinar, there's a delay. But let me tell you something, the lips syncing on that were so perfect. But what I want you to tell me is, what do you think about how realistic that particular AI was? You know, we showed you one earlier, and 90% of you said that's the best thing you ever saw, and 10% said, yeah, pretty good. What about the realism on her? Michael says, boom. Zolt says, amazing. John says, love the full expression. And here's the point about that particular AI, that particular influencer. She's making mistakes. She's acting so real. And you could work that in either by taking your own voice and importing it. You could even work those pauses and everything else like that into the script itself, and it will show off like that. I know it's funny that we're kind of talking about her making mistakes is a good thing, but obviously it's a good thing because it's just oh so real. And once again, check out the lip sync.
Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. When your mind is still, the universe unfolds, and the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear.
Now, as we move through these, they're going to get better and better to the point that your head may pop. So I'm warning you right now, take a deep breath, because one of those that's going to shock you, you're about to see now. This is how you could take a logo and put it right on the actual clothing that you've asked your AI avatar, your influencer, your persona to wear. Look, you could add branding directly to your generated avatar. So not only can they hold things, which we'll go over in detail over and over again during this webinar, but they can actually wear. And when I say wear it, this isn't something that's just stuck on. Watch how the logo moves along with her body as she moves, not just her head, but her body as she speaks. Watch this.
There's no question that people love stories, but why does it have to stop at just social media? Wouldn't it be great to leverage the power of stories all across the web to help you boost engagement, get free traffic, and make sales?
What did you think of that one, folks? I need your opinion on that. When I first saw that, Oh, John says this is 100% blowing my mind because this is what we've been waiting for, the ability to show off a product for an advertiser. And what happens is I'm teamed up, obviously, as usual, with the Synthesys team. We've been doing these products, these AI products, since 2020, but we've never reached a pinnacle so far above everything else that happened before until right now. You could add the branding directly to your generated avatar. And of course, the big one, the one that we've done over and over and over again in the past 24 hours on our demos, is having your avatar hold branded objects and props. Here's the example.
You need to check this out. Synthesys Persona is coming soon. What follows next could be a game changer for you.
And it gets better than that in just a moment. That's one of the early ones that we did when we called it Synthesys Persona, which is the beta test name for this. And in fact, now that it's called OhSoReal, wow, we've gotten even better at it, as you'll see in a moment. And you could also maintain the continuity. This wouldn't be as good if we couldn't just throw that in the garbage, that whole AI thing where you can't repeat. We can repeat. Like, for instance, this one, watch. We'll take the same girl and take her glasses off. This is with glasses.
Okay, but this is a game changer. Okay, but this is a game changer.
That's with and without glasses. These are short clips just for demonstration purpose. This holds perfectly well through the 30-second mark, which is really very long for AI of this quality. So what am I talking about? Holding something, holding an object. These are my headphones. Now, I am not looking good right now. I just woke up because I couldn't sleep till 6, but I'm going to turn my camera on so that you could see these headphones. So excuse my appearance. I'm going to move my camera around. Okay. Yes. Okay. Everything in the room secure back there? Yes. Take a look at these headphones. This is what was keeping me up last night as well. I was watching things on Netflix with these headphones. All right. These very headphones. I then put them down yesterday or 2 days ago. I put them down on the countertop or something white. What's that? A countertop right there. And wait until you see the result. Okay, let me turn that off. Nice to meet you. And that's on the left. There's a picture with my iPhone of those headphones. And this is what I was able to do just by saying, here, have her hold the headphones.
So I bought these headphones off the TikTok shop last week, and I couldn't believe how good they sounded. The instruments all sounded perfect, and the vocals were also crisp and clear. So I bought these headphones off the TikTok shop last week, and I couldn't believe how good they sounded. The instruments all sounded perfect, and the vocals were also crisp and clear.
So we're not talking about just UGC, user-generated content, where you're just standing there and bouncing around like some of these previous AI influencers. We're going one step further in a couple of ways, but this is the big one, that they can hold objects. And you'll see throughout this webinar over and over and over again how they can hold objects and show them off. That's what makes this the most special of all. Now, when we started this project about 4 weeks ago, we knew that we were going to have this webinar. We didn't have the ability to do that. When we added that, we realized that from a marketing standpoint, that's what sets this product so far above anything you've ever seen before. And we are so excited about it. But then we stumbled on another one in the last 48 hours. And that is when you repeat your gal, so to speak, or your guy that you make, when you do the repeat, where you do it again for the second time, then you could change their emotions. Now we have two women here, two young ladies that we created. The first one on the left is going to be, telling us like a nighttime story and kind of getting us ready for sleep. The one on the right, we said be really, really sad. All right. And I'm not even going to say anymore. I'm going to play them for you.
Hey, you're not asleep yet, are you? Because I've been waiting to whisper something only meant for nights like this.
And the one on the right is the one. All right, listen, I got to warn you. The one that I'm about to show you is perhaps the most amazing AI avatar that exists to this date, except maybe if they threw 100,000 at it. So if you have friends or family in the house, bring them over to the screen right now, because I want to show you how we were able to actually make an AI influencer cry on demand. We said, be really sad, and she started crying. All right, bring folks over to the screen. I'm going to play it. This is the one that's going to make your whole body explode. Watch this.
You lied to me. You stood there and looked me in the eyes and lied. Do you even realize what you've done? I trusted you. I loved you. And now I'm the one left picking up the pieces while you walk away like nothing happened. You lied to me. You stood there and looked me in the eyes and lied. Do you even realize what you've done? I trusted you. I loved you. And now I'm the one left picking up the pieces while you walk away like nothing happened.
Can you see the tears on her face? I can't repeat that, Chris. All right, I'll repeat it. Holy crap, that's incredible, says Chris. And Mark, we'll ask that question later, Mark, because I have some info on that. There's a yes and a no answer to that one. That is unreal. Wow. Real tears. Yeah. Real tears coming out from our AI. And even the lip sync can be used with different languages so that you could break that language barrier. I told you all about that earlier.
Όταν κάποιος είναι ερωτευμένος, μπορούμε να πούμε την έκφραση «τον πονάει το δοντάκι».
That was Greek, but watch this one. This one here is German, and I created this one about 48 hours ago. I was really, really proud of it, even though it was nothing. I mean, I just said, put a 45-year-old woman in a setting with Berlin in the background. Basically, it's all I did. The prompts are very easy. You don't need complicated prompts with this. I want you to watch as I then took German and put it in the box for her to read. And boy, did she read that German.
Die Sonne scheint hell und die Vögel singen. Es ist ein wunderschöner Tag, spazieren zu gehen und die Natur zu genießen.
Now remember, these can be up to 30 seconds long, even though these are short clips. Don't be fooled. They're only short for demo purposes.
Όταν γυρίσαμε το βράδυ στο δωμάτιο, βρήκαμε στο κρεβάτι 2 μικρά γατάκια.
Ah! I get scared every time I watch that. That's really realistic. I really get scared. Let's watch that one more time.
Όταν γυρίσαμε το βράδυ στο δωμάτιο, βρήκαμε στο κρεβάτι 2 μικρά γατάκια.
Oh my goodness. The languages supported are numerous. Well over 30 languages: Bulgarian, Chinese, Classic Arabic, Croatian, etc. The list is there in front of you, but it goes on and on and on. And I understand that when you upload your voice in, there's even more languages. It's over 100 or something like that. So an incredible number of languages are supported, not only in the way that they speak the language that you put in the box, but also in terms of the captions, which is also a new feature that we've provided just in the last 2 weeks. Remember, I said there was a beta version of this. That was a few weeks ago, and now this is the actual release version, and it includes all kinds of features that are absolutely great. And the steps are so easy. Let's look at how easy it is in a demonstration that you've been waiting for of OhSoReal. I'm going to switch over to the demo. Get ready. It's 17 minutes long, but it's going to captivate you, even though I go over everything very, very clearly and slowly and carefully so that you will see every little part of OhSoReal. Let me switch that over. I'm going to show the demo and hang in there. It will show up in about 3 seconds. Now, here we are on the inside of the Synthesys platform. If you end up here on the left-hand side, it will either say OhSoReal or UGC Persona. You click that, and then you're thrown right in. And boy, is this easy to use. So the very first step I want you to do is click on the upper right where it says create a UGC video. Now, this is what ends up showing up. And I want to point out that even though you see these right here, like it says download this and guys you need, those are just sample audios to make very, very short influencers. Like here, I'll click the guys you need and you'll understand.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
Which is something a typical influencer would say, right? Guys, you need to buy this right now. But you don't have to use those ready-made ones. There's also ready-made UGC personas, or in other words, OhSoReal personas that you'll see in just a moment. But that comes later down the line. We're going to create them from scratch because they're easy to create from scratch. All right, so what you do is this. You either import an audio at this point, such as an audio file of yours that you may have, okay, or you generate the audio. So you generally always start on the lower left right here by clicking Generate Audio. Now that we're in this, I want to point out that some of these voices are incredible. The voice of Jessica has so much inflection, it's unreal. Here, let's listen.
If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
So I'm going to use Jessica's voice. Now, I also want you to note that I uploaded my own voice. You see right here where it says my multilingual custom voices? Now, what we did is, as a bonus, we're including 4 cloned voices for you to use of yourself, your family members, your business clients. 4 custom voices, and man, they are good. Here, this is my voice right here. With Livecaster, your customers will be able to run pre-recorded videos as live streams. Now, that's my text-to-speech voice, but it would be yours at the bottom of this list. But right now, let's choose Jessica right here, okay? Because remember, I said she's really, really good. I really like that particular voice. They're all good, but that one is in particular one of my favorites. And then what we need to do is type a script out. So you start with the voice, and then you're going to move over to the appearance afterwards. So what should we write? Well, let's see. I have a pickleball theme going on because I actually have a pickleball item that I'm going to want her to hold. So let's do that. Let's write... my name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel And I really want you to consider buying this water, what is it, water bottle, water bottle, because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile. Okay, so I just made all that up right now, obviously. So we have a paragraph. It has to be 400 characters or less, which works out to 30 seconds or less, which is pretty long for an AI to be able to maintain such perfect quality for 30 seconds. So that's what we have. And now what we're going to do is we're going to preview that. Now, one of the best parts of the software is that it allows you to preview everything that you're doing and then change it before you actually generate it. So we're going to preview that, and then we'll generate the audio. The preview's ready already. That was real time.
My name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile.
All right. There we go. We like that, right? So now we want to have the appearance. Now, I meant to copy another one from previously because I already created my UGC pickleball girl previously. Let's see if it gives me a chance to do that. No, because I didn't tell it to do that before. So let's create a new Audrey. So we're going to have a young woman, 25 years old, wearing a visor and dressed in a purple t-shirt. Okay, so that's our young woman. She has brown curly hair. I'm not sure if that'll show through the visor, but we'll try. And now we have an item that we want her to hold and show off. So it says product placement optional. So we're going to click this right here. We're going to actually choose an item. So we go to our desktop. I have it stored, I hope. Yep, there it is. It's just a picture I took of an actual water container. And now it's going to strip the background from that. I just put that on a countertop and I took a picture of it. It's going to strip that when it actually uses it. But it may show that now with the countertop behind it. Yep. And then we're going to describe the placement. So please enter the placement position. We're going to write, have her hold and show this water bottle to this water container. Okay, that should be enough. And the background is a pickleball court. Pickleball court. All right, now we're going to preview the persona. So we'll actually have a chance to change this if we don't like the way it's coming out. So it won't move yet, but we'll be able to see how it looks. So I click preview persona, and it generates one or two previews. In this case, it looks like it's trying to create two, but sometimes it comes up with one. I'm not sure why it alternates sometimes. And then you pick the one that you like the best, and then what you do after that is you click, generate. But before, we click use this, actually. Now, this takes about 4 minutes. So I'm going to actually edit this video here and honestly tell you this takes about 4 minutes, and the rendering time takes up to 7 minutes or so. And then that's the entire amount of time. So the entire amount of time of rendering is around 11 or 12 minutes. And that's, the outside. It's usually faster than that. But because I'm having her hold something, because this is a brand new persona. It's not one that I'm reusing. This could take the full amount of time, so I'll be right back. All right, that took almost exactly 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And as you could see, it has stripped the background out and it has done a great job of displaying the product in her hand. So here we have created an actual influencer named Audrey. She's a pickleball player and she is actually asking you to buy this product because it says Dink Responsibly, which is a pickleball term. And now we could click Use This. And when we click Use This, it will actually utilize that. And now we have a chance to actually put captions on that if we want. So we're going to name it Pickleball Audrey. And the quality, we're going to keep it 720p. We could do 1080p or 4K if we want. I just want it to render quickly. And then captions, yeah, I mean, we could try some captions now for an example. Now, when you do captions, it's interesting. I didn't mention this before, but you could put in over 30 languages, believe it or not. You could have actually typed the language right in, and she would have mouthed the language correctly. But now that we're doing it in English, we might as well keep it in English in terms of the captions. But as you can see, we have all these different languages right here that we can actually convert to, of course, with the captions. So we're going to keep the captions at the bottom. We're going to choose English, and the style we don't want style 1 because to me it's a little busy. So in this case, we're going to look for another style. Style 2 is a very simple style. It's almost too simple. Style 3 is pretty good right there. Style 4, I believe, is pretty good too. Yeah, it's colorful. Let's check style 5. Yeah, all right. So let's do style 4, the colorful one. Okay, and then all you do is click generate. And now I said it takes up to 7 minutes. And we will have an actual working UGC influencer asking us to buy a product. Okay, that took about the full 7 minutes, so let's see how it actually looks. I'm just going to click play, and then I can download it, or I could actually reuse this girl with this little, what do you call that, arrow? Circular arrow at the top. You could actually reuse her if you want as well. And you could even send this over to another product that a lot of you may be getting if you get the all-inclusive package, and that's over to AI Humans. So let's do that. Let's play it.
My name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile.
Wow, what do you think about that? So now we could download it, obviously. That's right here. And we've saved it. And now we can reuse it if we want and change her appearance and change her emotions. So if we reuse her, now we start all over again, okay? And we're going to first go back to generate audio. We're going to pick Jessica again so that we are keeping the same voice. And this time, what we do is we write a different script. Okay, and remember, we're reusing her. We're changing her. We want her to say something else. Let's change it to Spanish. Okay, so I plugged in what I wrote. Hey, thanks for purchasing my water bottle. Now we have the Spanish for that. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to plug it in. And now Audrey is going to suddenly be speaking in Spanish. Now we want to preview that voice, make sure it sounds okay.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
Okay, so we're going to use that. Now we want to do the appearance. We're going to redo the appearance. Now, I want to point out something here. The persona that you can choose right here where it says persona, normally what you could do is you could click this drop-down box and you could choose an actual pre-made persona. I didn't talk about that before, and I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. But because we're reusing our actress from before, what it's asking us to do is edit the appearance, edit the, the background and how she looks. So in this case, let's have her not be pickleball anymore. Now she's talking about eyeliner. So let's have her dressed casually in a white t-shirt. No, let's make it more formal. Dressed formally in an off-white blouse, in her bedroom at home. Okay, so she is going to be talking in the camera as an influencer now from her bedroom, and she's going to be obviously offering something different. Now, we no longer need this water bottle. We want eyeliner, which I don't have a picture of on me right now, so we're going to take that part out. And now we're going to preview our persona. This is the new Audrey. This one is going to be more formal in her bedroom. Okay, as you can see, it's the same girl that we have right here with the brown curly hair. This time she's dressed just the way we asked in a actually it's more of a bedroom or a living room setting, and she's wearing a formal off-white blouse, just like we asked. So we do want to use this, and hopefully she'll be speaking Spanish like we want. In this case, we now are asking for Audrey Spanish, 720p. For the sake of speed, I'm not going to add the captions this time, but if we did, you could see we could just ask for Spanish right here. Well, why don't we try it? So we'll try that last style, or style 5, I think. I wanted to try style 5, all yellow, and then we'll click generate. Okay, that time it took a little less than 7 minutes, so I'm going to click it now, and I see a problem in that I created captions that were yellow on top of a beige blouse, but let's play it.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
Well, it's still pretty good. I'm sure that you enjoyed that. Okay, so now you go out there and you make your user-generated content and sell that to other companies or use it for yourself so that you become an AI influencer as well. I'll leave you off with my little Apple test here that I did. I think this is funny because it's kind of ironic that she's saying, buy this apple from me.
This is a test of OhSoReal. I want to sell a product to you.
Exactly. You want to help folks to sell products using OhSoReal. Enjoy. Yeah, the selling of the products is really, really important, obviously. That makes this so much different than anything else you've seen before in terms of AI. And the big question is, all right, so you could sell products, you could use the AI, but how does it help to succeed in your online business endeavors? So what I'm going to do from you guys right now is ask you, before I even show you some of our ideas, how do you think that this can be used? And what did you think of that demo, the simplicity of that demo? So I'd like some comments on that, and then we'll continue. All right, yes, I know you're ready to buy, but we're working on the sales link on the back end. It'll be just a few more minutes, I promise. We're going to show some more great examples first. Very cool, excellent. A great question, Evel. You're asking about the speed. Sometimes they speak fast, sometimes they speak slower. Actually, you just re-render it. You change one word or just put a period in and re-render it, and they speak at different different tempos. Okay, if someone could, yeah, all right, someone answer Brian, please. Amazing technology as a video editor, Todd. You know this is a game changer. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not a professional video editor. I'm like an amateur video editor, which is really funny. All right, so here's some of our ideas about how to use it. So the obvious one is like at the very beginning, we showed that clip from ABC News about social media, you know, actually building an audience and becoming an Instagram type or TikTok type of influencer, and then getting brand deals from there. Instagram, TikToks, YouTube Shorts. The other one is to do product review videos for e-commerce or to do it on TikTok, such as TikTok Shop, which is the obvious one to me because you could actually show products and do TikTok shops about the products. In fact, I got dressed while the demo was playing. So I'm going to put on my camera for a second. I want to show you something. So this, hi again. See, I'm nice and dressed now. I was obviously just pulled out of bed before to do the webinar. See this? I was noticing I was putting on a little makeup. In TV, we have makeup. All the politicians do it. So I figured, all right, put on a little makeup because I was going to show my face and I was looking so sallow for a bit this morning. So when I was doing this, I was saying, this is a perfect item. I could take this from TikTok Shop. I could take a picture of this, and then I could have the influencer, the AI influencer, show this and sell it on TikTok Shop. There's some items that are just so perfect for this. Okay, and that is another idea. You could do multilingual promos for global outreach, meaning you no longer are stuck with just English, because most of us on this webinar speak just English. You could do video email pitches for cold outreach. So you could make these into animated GIFs. You just go to easygif.com. You take your clip, you put it in easygif.com, comes out as an animated GIF. You put that in an email, and then you link that to an actual video, and boom, then you have a way to reach businesses. Now, what I just said is a really multi-$1,000 idea. All right. I just blurted out something that I do regularly and have been doing since around 2014. All right. What I just told you just now, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Get your notes out. You make these into an animated GIF by rendering the video. Then you go to easygif.com. You make it into an animated GIF. So that's an actual image that moves. You put that in an email. It's easy to do. You send it out, and then boom, you link that back to your actual video. And that's how you could reach out and grab the attention of folks. So some of you, many of you, received my emails in the last 24 hours, and I had the animated GIFs in the email, and it worked, right? Education and training videos using AI instructors. And this is an interesting one. You could do testimonials for local business clients when they just have a written testimonial. You could change it if you get the permission, I guess, of the person that wrote the original testimonial. You could change it into an AI animated character. Now, you could sell your video creation services to product owners, local businesses. As I said, we'll take a look at that again in a moment. The price is interesting. It's actually $50 and up. So UGC, user-generated content, when you make ads for these businesses and put it on their websites or their channels, you may only get $50 until you start to become better, all right, or $100. That's it. It takes you very little time to do it, so it's not a big deal. But as soon as you start a following, getting a following, and then they come to you once you have a following on social media, it goes up. It goes up to $500, $1,000. In my case, it's up to around $10,000 for a video, as an example. All right, so it goes way up once you build a following. Then affiliate marketing with these is just like obvious. The affiliate marketing for physical products is really obvious, but you could also use it for e-products, like even sell this. You know, you could use these to actually sell this product as an affiliate. You could create product reviews with AI influencers. You could post on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels with your affiliate links. And obviously, number 3 is the one that really would put you above the top, and that's to create these and make these into influencers by slowly building your channel. All right, now I'm about to show you another one of those that's going to blow your mind. So bring the friends and family back to see one of the best examples of holding a product. Moments ago, I showed you myself holding a makeup brush. Well, guess what else I had hanging around? You saw this, of course, in the actual demo. I'm going to turn on my camera again. Hi, everybody. Here it is. This is the actual unit that you see right now on the right, okay? This says dink responsibly. That's what it says there because that's a pickleball term. That's why this is pickleball related. So now you see me holding this, okay? Now I'm going to turn the camera off and let's watch a really realistic avatar do the same thing.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure you knew that this water bottle is on sale today. You need to buy it now. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure you knew that this water bottle is on sale today. You need to buy it now.
Now, what blows my mind about what you just saw is that there's no real difference between him holding that and me holding that. To try to get a difference, it's such a fine line. It's just, damn, that looks good, says Brian. And, you know, Scott, you have a good question there about 11 Labs, but our voices actually are a little bit better than 11 Labs. I just canceled. Oh, I forgot to cancel my account. I'm canceling my account because the voices that we have are just so good. But yes, you can absolutely import those that you use with 11 Labs in answer to your question. You just have to do a simple import on those if you still insist on using that service. Now look at this scroll stopper featuring the product.
Stop scrolling and listen up. Stop scrolling and listen up.
Now, as we move through these, we're going to get more and more targeted on how you can make money with them because this next one, as an example, this is again for a product.
Guys, you need to check this out. This fish oil from Warrior Lab is amazing. I think you will love that product for sure.
And you can see that guy obviously is set up to be a UGC type person. I mean, it's obvious that that was meant for social media and not for just an ad, which you could do. These are perfect, obviously, for TikTok Shop, Amazon, eBay, and more.
This has become my new favorite part of my night routine. It's not just tea, it's a hormone balancing blend that has seriously helped my cramps. If you know the struggle, you need this. It's linked right here on sale.
Now, what's so interesting about this one that you just saw is this is a real ad that was put together from one of our partners, Todd Spears. We just gave him access to this. I don't even know if he promoted this product. He was supposed to, but instead he got so excited about it that he started using it within minutes of actually getting the access to it. So minutes after we gave him access, he created that because he actually has a product that you just saw that he sells. All right. I just want you to see that again. This is a real product that he sells.
This has become my new favorite part of my night routine. It's not just tea, it's a hormone balancing blend that has seriously helped my cramps. If you know the struggle, you need this. It's linked right here on sale.
Just amazing to me that, you know, he was doing that. And of course, I've since used it as well, as you'll see in just a moment. You see, my cloned voice is in this particular clip, and I needed to get a clip out because I was busy from preparing for this launch. I needed to get it out over TikTok because I get paid from the Creator Rewards Program. So I made this clip, and then I added a little to the end so I'd reach that 60-second mark. And indeed, you'll see I got a lot of views in just one day.
Hi, this is meteorologist Todd. I'm undercover as my AI persona because, frankly, I'm worried you will be mad at me after this forecast. Wet weather to start off Saturday will dry out a little bit, but most of the Northeast will remain locked in with cold, dank, drizzly weather for much of Saturday and Sunday, with the highs in the 50s and low 60s. 15th Saturday in a row of rain in Boston.
Funny thing is, it may rain again this weekend on Sunday, which would be really funny. And here's the statistic. This was after 36 hours, 8,178 views, 479 likes, 48 comments, 6 people shared it, and 10 people saved it. That's what these statistics are on the top. So I got my TikTok out there. I made my little quota for the day. Every day I like to make a little bit of money so that adds up at the end of the month, because I get paid for just views in the Creator Rewards program. Now, the point there was that was my cloned voice. That was not my real voice. That was text to speech. And I did that just by importing an audio file in the actual software, as I described before. Imagine you could have your own AI generated influencer.
Hey guys, are you ready to take your creativity to the next level? Follow me for tips and inspiration to turn your passion into profit.
To be clear, what I'm showing you here are the different ways to monetize this. The way I showed you up here when I did mine was, obviously, I was talking about using it on TikTok to use the Creator Rewards program. On this one that I just showed you now, I was showing you a repeatable influencer type that would be great to have on a regular basis, posting content about cooking, about gardening, any sort of tips and tricks that this person could give over and over again. This one.
Hey guys, are you ready to take your creativity to the next level? Follow me for tips and inspiration to turn your passion into profit.
Now, with a simple video editor, you could have cut in bits of video that would actually go along with what she's saying and make this into a real influencer type video. Now, you could earn some affiliate sales commissions as well with e-products.
You can easily get paid hundreds of dollars for just minutes of your time when you use the agency version of InstaStory to create bio landing pages for clients.
So he's selling a product, an e-product called InstaStory, and he's selling it as an affiliate. And look how real he looks.
You can easily get paid hundreds of dollars for just minutes of your time when you use the agency version of InstaStory to create bio landing pages for clients.
And so many folks ask about this, that is selling the service to local businesses. And yes, you could sell these ads for local business. You could do it in many different ways. The obvious way is to perform this as a service on a regular basis with a monthly income coming in, where you take a character that you develop for your local business and have them repeatedly announce specials and announce deals and educate folks. This roofer, for instance, could educate folks about hurricanes or something like that.
Got a roof that's seen better days? Keep your home safe, dry, and stylish with a roof that can handle anything. Don't let leaks ruin your comfort or your wallet. We'll make sure your roof is rock solid. Ready to upgrade? Click the link below.
I mean, just let your imagination run wild on how many local businesses would be able to create, a foothold on their market. Imagine them actually putting that on their website, or especially on social media. See what you could do when you utilize other resources that you have as well. Now, I'm going to show you the most extreme example of that and remind you that this is really, the first one is really something that you would do with a pro at your side. But then I'm going to show you how you could do it easily on your own as well with other video editors, simple video editors, even what comes with your Mac or your PC. All right, so let's look at the most extreme example first.
Tired of frizz and dull hair? Our lightweight hair serum transforms dry strands into silky perfection. Just a few drops, instant shine, zero grease. Let your hair shine. Shop now at silkyhair.com.
Now that's good, but that's not as good as if we really spruced it up and made it into an ad. So the one on the left is a typical social media post. The one on the right is a pro ad that could be posted to Facebook and other places as well.
Tired of frizz and dull hair? Our lightweight hair serum transforms dry strands into silky perfection. Just a few drops, instant shine, zero grease. Let your hair shine. Shop now at silkyhair.com.
Holy moly, talk about ads. All right, but obviously you'd need a little help, or you'd have to be doing some good, solid video editing to get that done. But I started playing around with it and realized it doesn't take that. I'm going to go a little out of order here and show you something that, is very achievable.
So I just found the cutest little cafe downtown, and I had to share. The vibe is super cozy, the coffee is amazing, and they've got these homemade pastries that are next level. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. It might just become your new favorite spot.
Now that ad is easy to put together with a video editor. You just need some B-roll, that's the background, and you need to create this perhaps over green screen. And you could ask the software to give you a green screen version. Actually, I did that last night live, and we have an example of what I played with early yesterday.
Hi, I love talking about our new product called OhSoReal. You can upload your own voice, create a voice clone of yourself or a client, or you can use one of our AI voices. Like me, I'm Jessica.
All right, so now this took me just minutes, by the way, to do this. I just asked for a green background when I was in the software. I said an all green chroma key background, and that's what I got. And I tried it again last night live during the webinar, and that's what I got again. And then, of course, it's easy to replace that background in any video editor. We even could do it inside our own software right here, because we have a way to import over to our other branch of Synthesys products. And you could even do it in there.
Hi, I love talking about our new product called OhSoReal. You can upload your own voice, create a voice clone of yourself or a client, or you can use one of our AI voices. Like me, I'm Jessica.
You see, when you create your creations inside, it gives you still images as a backdrop, but I wanted it to be moving images so that I'd be able to achieve what I showed you before, which is this.
So I just found the cutest little cafe downtown, and I had to share. The vibe is super cozy, the coffee is amazing, and they've got these homemade pastries that are next level. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. It might just become your new favorite spot.
Now, the funny thing is, last night on the webinar, I started to create one of those actually live on the webinar because it was so simple to do, what you just saw, and yet it looks so pro. And we got about halfway there, and then I got tired. It was 3.5 hours, the webinar. So I said, all right, let's go to sleep. And I went to sleep, or tried to, and finally got to sleep at 6 a.m. So let's talk about today's special limited offer. And before I do, more comments quickly, and then we'll get right down to that buy link. Scott says that looks great. John says, when uploading my voice, how long does the voice file need to be? I think it was mine was like 3 minutes, I think. It doesn't have to be. I think a minute would be fine. It says on the inside, when you click it, it tells you how long it has to be, but it's short and it does it right away. Do we have UK English voices or dialects? I'm going to let our team answer that. Oliver and gang, we would like an answer to the dialects. I think I knew that and forgot. Let's see what other questions we have. All right, we're getting those answered in the question answer box. So let's get to the limited offer. You guys are so chomping at the bit to get this amazing software. All right, so we're going to have this all-inclusive offer that we call the feature bank, and that's really what to do today, because you'll save so much money. But let me show you what's included in the feature bank. It includes the front-end product, which is 10 of these avatars, 15-second videos instead of 30, up to 33 videos per month, and English voices only. But if you picked up just the front end, you'd have something to play around with anyway. Okay, up to 720p quality, not the 1080p or the 4K, etc. But you're also going to be getting this with our feature bank, which is all of this put together, and that's now 30-second videos, which means 400 characters or about 75-80 words. And you can save your personas with their outfit and their background, switching from persona to persona to persona, as we showed you in the demo. You could just switch it on up. We had our pickleball girl, of course. Initially, she was dressed in a pickleball outfit, and then I said put on a more formal blouse, put her in the bedroom, get her out of the pickleball court, and that's exactly what it did, right down to the beige. And you can now, with this first upgrade, which is going to be included in your package, 4K video quality, and now multilingual voice support. It also is going to include the ability to hold the product in their hands, which makes this so far and above everything else out there. I promised you I'd explain the difference between this and other stuff that has come out in the last few weeks. This is designed to make money. This is not just something to make videos out of, short little clips. These are big clips up to 30 seconds long that are designed specifically for promoting products. And boy, you could do it in so many different ways here, from being an actual celebrity online to actually just being hired to show something off. The personas can hold products for ads, reviews, and testimonials, and they could wear logos on their clothes. That's what you get with the OTO2, or in other words, the second upgrade, which is included in the all-inclusive feature bank package. Then you also get this. This is interesting because we have something called Synthesys AI Humans version 3. And that allows you to use a whole other bank of pre-made avatars in regular videos. And you get 10 minutes of videos per month. You have a background remover in there. That's why I said you'd be able to actually remove your backgrounds, because you'd be able to import these into that. This is a new feature that we just added. So if I sound like, if you have more questions on it, you can ask in the question answer box, and we will have our team jump in there and answer those questions. We just added that ability to also use our Synthesys AI Humans version 3. But you won't have to get all of those individually. As I said, the deal of the decade is here for the AI product of the year, because our feature bank, or in other words, the all-inclusive bundle, is everything you just saw in the front end, the first, the second, and the third upgrade. That's the OTO 1, 2, and 3. That's all included. And are you ready to jump on this? Because we have the special deal that we promised, and then we have to raise the price after the webinar. So I have to hit this before 11:30 comes in. Woof, I made it. It's 11:15, because we got to raise that price at 11:30. Are you ready? You won't have to individually get it. The deal of the decade is here. Everything you saw is all in one package. And then when you do get in there, you could even make this unlimited. The unlimited is after you unlock the feature bank. Those are all those things together. You'll be able to make it unlimited realistic personas under our fair use policy, which means just don't break the internet, and unlimited videos under fair use policy. So unlimited number of those personas. Remember, you can make as many as you want. You just keep describing one after another until you get the perfect one, and reuse it over and over again, then make another one and go over and over, recreating them. And you could make as many videos as you want to. That is something that would normally cost something like $400 per year or more. Any other AI product, this is going to be a one-time charge only, which you'll learn about when you get in there in just a moment. Are you ready to jump on this? I want to hear it. And don't forget, don't go anywhere after you purchase, because I'm going to do reimbursements to your purchase. And Luann, get ready, because I'm going to look for the person who was most interactive today and the question to ask. I'm going to look for that. So I'm going to need your help to come in and answer questions while I look for that. Are you guys ready? All right. Come back to the computer screen, everybody. Come back to your keyboard, because to grab this unbelievable product, the AI product of the year, you're going to need a coupon. You're going to need to write this coupon down and the link down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. ToddSuggests.com/get OhSoReal. That's how to get the feature bank. That's all the features, with the exception of this, the bump. When you're in there for $297, you will be able to add the unlimited everything. All right. That's what the unlimited bump is. But it's only $188 for all those features together if you use your OhSoReal coupon. It's toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal. You got that? And write that coupon down, OhSoReal. And again, you have to get this before 11:30. We're changing the price of that coupon. It's going to change the price. It's going up. So you have 12 minutes. That's why I was rushing. Phew. I was also rushing because you guys wanted to get that link. So it's toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal. There's your coupon, OhSoReal, $40 off, $188. Let's go over everything else as well that you're getting as bonuses. Once you're in there, you're going to be presented with the possibility of making this totally unlimited. Now, even though that sounds kind of high, $297, compared to other AI, that's the steal of the century in terms of pricing. In fact, I'm not sure how Oliver's doing that. He's not charging you annually. He's charging you just one time. He's not charging you monthly. If you were to do this with some of the other things that have come out recently, you'd be limited to 8-second clips. You'd be charged way more than that. It's just not a good thing. So we were able to crack the price and make it that low to go totally unlimited. And here's where you will do that. You will go inside, and as soon as you hit that checkout page, you will be offered the ability to click that little box right there on the right. Now, the bonuses, the big news on the bonuses is that at the last minute, we were able to include 4 cloned voices of yours. Yours, 3 friends, 3 family members, or 3 clients. Yours, of course, or you could do yours in 2 different voices of your own, and then 2 others. You get 4. Now, it's really locked in at 4. We've really stretched ourselves. We wanted to give you a chance to have the ability to do more than just one, or if you didn't like it, you could do another one of yours, but we're really locked in at 4. Once you do it, once you create it, you can't change it. So make sure that the audio file is really good, all right? You'd have to go through support to change it. Then we have the OhSoReal Guidebook. That's the OhSoReal Prompt and Persona Mastery Guide. So we actually created this guide to make it easier to create the prompts, but as you saw, the prompts are really simple. You don't have to do that much. Then we have the OhSoReal Script Genie software that instantly creates powerful video scripts for you for stunning social media content, which is going to come in very handy. We also have, and this is an important one, outreach templates. Templates so that you can land paying clients for your OhSoReal videos. All right, that's an important one, number 4. Number 5 is the UGC Video Sales Blueprint. You can quickly launch your profitable 30-second UGC video service. And number 6 is the OhSoReal Smart Link Hub. Now that instantly converts your video viewers into buyers and subscribers. So those are the bonuses. The one I really want you to concentrate on the most is number 4. That's the outreach templates, and especially number 1 right here at the top. 4 cloned voices are included. Your voice cloned like mine was before. If you missed that, I'll show you that again when we rerun the demo. So that is pretty cool. Now let's go over that funnel again. Before we do, she really wants to come in and remind you.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
All right, you heard her. Buy this right now. And before you do, just check her out in terms of how real she is.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
Is that ridiculous or what? I mean, huh? That can't be. You could go through the entire funnel, by the way, if you want. If you don't get that all-inclusive package, the feature bank, these are the prices. So the front-end version, where you create up to 10 avatars, you're limited to the 15-second videos and 33 videos per month. That's $47 if you just want to dip your toes in. But then you'll likely immediately want to upgrade with the second one, which is OTO 1, or the first upgrade. And that is so that you'll be able to get the 30-second videos. 30 seconds is huge in terms of AI avatars. The fact that they can maintain their composure for 30 seconds like that with the perfect lip sync is mind-boggling, and it's worth it to get that first upgrade. So at the very least, you should get this and this. But the whole point of it was so that they'll be able to hold products in their hands, which is the second upgrade, where they could upload, you can upload a physical or digital product. You just take an image, it strips the background out automatically and puts it in their hands. So you'll want to purchase this as well. So we're added up to just about the amount of the entire thing. So that's why we're suggesting you get the all-inclusive package, the entire feature bank, because these three add up to just about that anyway. All right. So you might as well get the entire feature bank. But you could save a little bit of money by just getting this, this, and this. But then you'd miss out on the third upgrade, which is the ability to use our full Synthesys AI Humans version 3. And that includes the editor, includes 120 avatars where you could make horizontal videos, not just the vertical videos that are so targeted towards social media, but the horizontal videos that would be better for YouTube. But we have the feature bank with all those things together for $228 before the coupon and $188 after the coupon, which brings this into the no-brainer category to get this if you can at all swing it. And it is really, really, this is just an unbelievable deal right now. And then we have the bump after that to make it totally unlimited if you'd like. And that, of course, brings us to the question and answer period. And we're ready for that while I look over who's been the most active promoter today in terms of going back and forth with us. And I'm also going to ask you a question in a moment. One's going to be really easy and one is going to be extremely difficult. It's going to be one of the hardest questions I've ever asked, and we'll see if you can answer it. It'll be worth giving away the money just to see if you can answer the question. So, Luann, I'm going to bring you on board to help answer questions if you're okay with it, because I need to really get in there and, pick some people to win some reimbursement money.
I am here and available.
Thank you. And thank you, Elaine, for saying bravo. And Mark wants to know about the support. We have other questions in there as well. And yeah, why don't you field some questions while I pick some people to get reimbursed?
And have we had the questions? Wow, we have been having a very hard time keeping up with all the incredible questions from everybody today. So if we missed anything, there's still a few questions we haven't gotten to, but if you put something in and we haven't answered it yet, please write it again so that we can catch up with it and get the answer that you need. Kathy, we're working on that support link. I'm not sure what happened with that, but we're working on that. We also have, I can also give you, actually, Lorraine, you want to post that support link in there? I didn't write it down, and I should know it by heart. There are two ways to get to support when you are on the outside page before you have actually logged in. Right before your login details, there is a link to support right there. There is also a live chat down in the bottom right corner. So anytime you need to access support, there are two ways very easily before you even log in. They're also on the inside on the pages as well. And please do, if you have any questions whatsoever, use support. That's what they're there for. This is an incredible support team that we have here, and they will get the answers that you need right away to take care of your problems. And they can also see your account. Some people will email me and ask me questions, and I just have to turn it over to support anyway, because they can see your account and I can't. Alan, yes, the AI Humans which is one of the OTOs, is a different product. These are pre-made humans. Yeah, that sounds funny, but yes, they are. They're pre-made avatars using humans. So let me put it that way. And so they are not adjustable, in the same way. Are flexible in the same way as the personas that you're doing with OhSoReal. But that is an addition. It's 120 of them, and these are all the latest version. This is version 3 of these, and I think you can utilize those in a lot of different ways. They're included in that is the background remover and the video editor for them. So that is definitely something that you should consider if you're doing the individual purchases in the funnel. If you do the bundle, those are included. Yes, Tyler, you're going to be any updates and improvements you will receive. Oliver has already been updating this week, and we had some new things added that we didn't even get a chance to test out yet, or I didn't. I'm sure Todd has at this point. But yes, you'll get all of those. Alfred, congratulations. He said he's in. Congratulations, Chris. He's in. Thank you, Mark. Mark said, this is brilliant, great presentation.
Okay, we've got a question I can answer. I want to repeat something that we answered correctly but incorrectly in the actual question answer box. So the question is how that person was speaking very fast. It's easy to correct that. So we don't have the ability to change the speed itself, but the different voices speak at different tempos, number one. And number two, when you regenerate, they speak at different speeds. You could cycle through them. And it's very easy to regenerate the text to speech. It happens immediately. It's not like the rendering of the actual visual, which takes a little bit of time. It takes up to 4 minutes to repeat the visual, but it takes seconds, literally seconds, to repeat the audio. So you just re-render the audio and then you'll get a different tempo. So that's the way to solve that problem. Just re-render. And in order to re-render it, you may have to put in a period or change a word and then bring it back to the original, word. It's so easy to do. I'll actually give you a demonstration of that in a little bit. I do have, Luann, the winner of the most interactive, and I am also going to ask that very hard question, which I don't think anyone's going to get the answer to, and if they don't, I'll come up with another question. But the winner of our most interactive, hang in there, everybody, because it may be you. I know the person that I have picked from, there's so many good ones in here. You've been so interactive in general, but there is one person that stands out, and I am going to announce that person in a moment. First, everybody come back to your keyboards. I know you're purchasing and you're excited about using the product, but I want to be able to give you a $40 reimbursement. And I not say it was $40 before. I'm sorry. It's $40 back towards the purchase of your product today. So no matter what you get, obviously you're getting a deal here. And it doesn't matter what you purchased, you're getting $40 back, whether you went through the traditional funnel or smartly, of course, pick that feature bank for $188 with your coupon. You'll get $40 back. Here's the question. You guys ready? Everybody back? Thank you, Stephen. Can somebody help Alan out in the question answer box? Somebody help Tyler out. The answer is yes, Tyler, though. You guys got it. All right. Tyler's back. All right. You guys are back and ready. Here's the question. Very early in the webinar today. In fact, it was right after I played this, right before I said that we're going to have a question late in the webinar. It was almost exactly when I said that. I did the first pickleball clip, and I had our pickleball girl say, "Hey, everyone, I just beat someone. I just beat another player." And that player that she beat had a name. What was the name of the player that our pickleball girl beat in our early example? And I'm going to be pretty impressed if any of you remember it. I played that so quickly. None of you have gotten the answer yet, but one just did. I am so freaking impressed. And you know that you got it because nobody else got it. I don't have to go randomly picking for a change. Luann, somebody actually got the answer to that question, and he knows it. It is a he, and you did it, and I'm so proud of you. No, it wasn't Alyssa. It wasn't Ashley. It wasn't Ariel. It wasn't Alicia. It wasn't Audrey. It wasn't Jessica. It was Anna Lee. Daniel Hanzelka, you win. Let's give you a very big applause. Never mind $40, $50 for Daniel, because I can't believe he got it. All right. Now, here's what you need to do. Luann, could you put this in the chat box? Your green screen guy at gmail.com is our email address. And Luann and Audrey, if you can just put down in there that Daniel is the winner. I need you, Daniel, to send your PayPal email and a copy of your receipt for purchasing any level of this product, and we will reimburse you $50. I'm just so impressed you got that answer. Anyone else that got that answer, my apologies, it came through later. But the only one I saw early on was Daniel. Congratulations. And in just a moment, I'm going to announce the winner of the most interactive of the day as well. And I am not going to tell you whether it's a man or a woman. I'm going to let you wait just a few moments on that. The purchase link is in front of you. Yes, it is toddsuggest.com/get OhSoReal. It's right on your screen. Don, we'll have to talk to you about that affiliate situation. That's a JV Zoo issue. If somebody could get in there and explain that to Don. And Paul says, congrats. Daniel, you should take a bow. You should come on in here and take a bow. So you're going to send your PayPal receipt, and you're going to send, of course, your email. It doesn't have to be PayPal receipt. Your receipt for purchasing, whatever mechanism you used. By the way, in a few minutes, I am going to repeat the demo so that those that missed the demo earlier, you'll get a chance to see that again. I'm also going to go into the software live, and we're going to kick around in there. I'm playing around with the software in front of your eyes. All that is coming up. Right now, I'm going to send it back for just a moment to Luann.
I am here, and wait, I just had a question from Terry. That Terry wants to become an affiliate for this product, and I usually say something about this by now. So thank you, Terry, for reminding me. If you want to become an affiliate, I am the affiliate manager, and you can write to me at yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com, and I will put that in the chat. And you just tell me you want to be an affiliate. If you're already a JV Zoo affiliate, that's great. If not, you need to become a JV Zoo affiliate first, and then we'll sign you up to be an affiliate for OhSoReal. And I just put our email in the chat as well. Someone asked, I've forgotten who it is now. Someone asked about support link. I will also put that in the chat in case you need that if you want to go directly to there. I'm scrolling down. Any other questions that we've missed, please put them back in the chat so we can get them answered for you. Oh, and I wanted to make an additional comment to what Todd was saying. I actually was the one that answered about that because I was speeding through about the speed of the voice. There's another way that you can change the speed of the voice, and that's by importing an audio. So you'll have control over how fast a person speaks on the audio, but just make sure that it's no more than 30 seconds if you have Pro or you have the bundle. TC, no, that's not correct. That is the old support link. The current support link and has been for a long time, support at synthesys.io. Linda, the copy of the persona that you're going to create will be kept in your back office for forever, I guess. But it's actually not hosted by us. You need to download it and use it the way you want to. But that would be the best way to do it. We've been using Vimeo, and I just uploaded them on Vimeo. Yes, Joseph. Yes, if you write to me at your green screen guy, and just let me know that you've requested become an affiliate. Anyone who wants to do that, just do that so that I can find you quickly in side JVZoo and approve you. And send your ID number, affiliate ID number along with that if you would, please.
All right, I better jump in and announce the winner of our most interactive of the day. I appreciate all your questions, and we'll get to answer some more of them again in just a moment. Right before I announce the winner of the most interactive of the day, which is a $40 reimbursement towards your purchase, I want to just remind you that we do have some bonuses for you. If I could find them here. My bonuses. Let's see, where'd they go? They're hiding from me. Here they are. The main one, which just came up in the question answer box, is can you clone your own voice? Of course, you could clone up to 4 voices. That's your special bonus that we're giving you, and they're excellent. You simply upload a short audio file of you or your clients or your friends or your family, and you could apply it to any persona. And then we have other bonuses as well, such as the OhSoReal guidebook and the Script Genie software, and the good one, the OhSoReal outreach template, so you can get clients, and the OhSoReal UGC video sales blueprint, and the OhSoReal Smart Link hub. But the one that I'm so excited about is the 4 cloned voices. Boom. All right. Get ready. Come back towards your keyboards, everyone. I know that this is a somewhat long webinar, and I know that you may be distracted, but one of you has won a reimbursement. Drum roll, please. I didn't hear the drums. The winner is Therese I. Therese I, that's Therese. Second letter in her name is I. Thank you so much for being so interactive. So many of you were. It was really hard to pick. I had a heck of a time picking out somebody last night and a heck of a time again today. But Therese, you came through, and some of your comments I got a kick out of as well, in terms of some comments you're making about pickleball and other things. So we really appreciate your interactivity, and this is what I need you to do. Go into the chat box. You should see yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. That's the email to write to. I need you to send your receipt for purchasing any level of this product. And I also need you to send your PayPal email address so that we'll be able to reimburse you the $40. And Luann, if you could note this down, and Audrey, if you can note down Teresa's name, it's Therese I, and it's $40. That's the first one for that specific amount. $40 reimbursement. And thank you so much for playing along with our game. That's really great that you've been here today and so interactive. Now we're going to get back to some more questions. And while Luann's answering your questions right now, I'm going to give her a break in just a couple of minutes, actually go into the software with you after I play the demo again. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play the demo one more time. Then I'm going to go into the software and actually play with it along with you. So that's going to give me the necessary break to prepare that. And Luann, a few questions, and then I'm going to play the demo again.
Okay. Greg, I know that we did not answer your question, and I was trying to scroll back here. I'm not in. I'm going to flag that, Shannon. Back further at 11:37 a.m. Greg was asking a question about the AI humans. I'm not sure. Okay. He wants the AI humans, just the 120 AI humans. That's so if we have a link for that. Sometimes these questions are really hard to see. They depend. We have so many questions coming through, and that's why we keep asking for you to post them again, because sometimes they'll scroll past and they're really hard to catch up on if they've already gone past. Mark, you're not going to actually make a copy of your clients. You're going to create an ad for them. Maybe what you're thinking of is we're in the future, we've got something in the works that you might be able to do that with. John wants you to demo the voice cloning, Todd, when you come back on. Michael, that particular coupon is when for unlimited if you did not purchase unlimited to begin with. And you just put that in step 2 on the secure checkout page. If you bought the bundle, then the unlimited is on the secure checkout page. It's an option there. And so a couple of you missed that. So please, pay attention when you make your purchase for the bundle, that do check the unlimited box so that you also get unlimited with you immediately, and it's already discounted on that page. One second. Larry, yeah, I'll get the link for you.
Okay, Luann, while you get that link, I am going to actually replay our demo, and then I'm going to come back with you guys, and I am going to, once again, work on the inside of this. Now, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this so that you don't lose the link. So everybody write down that link. It's toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal and use coupon code OhSoReal. All right, now additional questions that come to your mind, I want you to ask in the question answer box. Type it in. We have folks here standing by to help you. Some of your questions answering immediately, others it's taking just a little bit because we have so many people on the webinar. Trying to get to everybody, of course. All right, so now I'm going to click share. I'm going to share that video. And for those of you that missed it, you're going to love this demo. Then we'll come back and we'll show you that buy link again. And then right after that, I'm going to go into the software live and work with you on this. Here we go. Now, here we are on the inside of the Synthesys platform. If you end up here on the left-hand side, it will either say OhSoReal or UGC Persona. You click that, and then you're thrown right in. And boy, is this easy to use. So the very first step I want you to do is click on the upper right where it says Create a UGC Video. Now, this is what ends up showing up. And I want to point out that even though you see these right here, like it says download this and guys you need, those are just sample audios to make very, very short influencers. Like here, I'll click the guys you need and you'll understand.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
Which is something a typical influencer would say, right? Guys, you need to buy this right now. But you don't have to use those ready-made ones. There's also ready-made UGC personas, or in other words, OhSoReal personas that you'll see in just a moment. But that comes later down the line. We're going to create them from scratch because they're easy to create from scratch. All right, so what you do is this. You either import an audio at this point, such as an audio file of yours that you may have, okay, or you generate the audio. So you generally always start on the lower left right here by clicking Generate Audio. Now that we're in this, I want to point out that some of these voices are incredible. The voice of Jessica has so much inflection, it's unreal. Here, let's listen.
If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
So I'm going to use Jessica's voice. Now, I also want you to note that I uploaded my own voice. You see right here where it says my multilingual custom voices? Now, what we did is, as a bonus, we're including 4 cloned voices for you to use of yourself, your family members, your business clients. 4 custom voices, and man, they are good. Here, this is my voice right here. With Livecaster, your customers will be able to run pre-recorded videos as live streams. Now, that's my text-to-speech voice, but it would be yours at the bottom of this list. But right now, let's choose Jessica right here, okay? Because remember, I said she's really, really good. I really like that particular voice. They're all good, but that one is in particular one of my favorites. And then what we need to do is type a script out. So you start with the voice, and then you're going to move over to the appearance afterwards. So what should we write? Well, let's see. I have a pickleball theme going on because I actually have a pickleball item that I'm going to want her to hold. So let's do that. Let's write... my name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile. Okay, so I just made all that up right now, obviously. So we have a paragraph. It has to be 400 characters or less, which works out to 30 seconds or less, which is pretty long for an AI to be able to maintain such perfect quality for 30 seconds. So that's what we have. And now what we're going to do is we're going to preview that. Now, one of the best parts of the software is that it allows you to preview everything that you're doing and then change it before you actually generate it. So we're going to preview that, and then we'll generate the audio. The preview's ready already. That was real time.
My name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile.
All right. There we go. We like that, right? So now we want to have the appearance. Now, I meant to copy another one from previously because I already created my UGC pickleball girl previously. Let's see if it gives me a chance to do that. No, because I didn't tell it to do that before. So let's create a new Audrey. So we're going to have a young woman, 25 years old, wearing a visor and dressed in a purple t-shirt. Okay, so that's our young woman. She has brown curly hair. I'm not sure if that'll show through the visor, but we'll try. And now we have an item that we want her to hold and show off. So it says product placement optional. So we're going to click this right here. We're going to actually choose an item. So we go to our desktop. I have it stored, I hope. Yep, there it is. It's just a picture I took of an actual water container. And now it's going to strip the background from that. I just put that on a countertop and I took a picture of it. It's going to strip that when it actually uses it. But it may show that now with the countertop behind it. Yep. And then we're going to describe the placement. So please enter the placement position. We're going to write, have her hold and show this water bottle to this water container. Okay, that should be enough. And the background is a pickleball court. Pickleball court. All right, now we're going to preview the persona. So we'll actually have a chance to change this if we don't like the way it's coming out. So it won't move yet, but we'll be able to see how it looks. So I click Preview Persona, and it generates one or two previews. In this case, it looks like it's trying to create two, but sometimes it comes up with one. I'm not sure why it alternates sometimes. And then you pick the one that you like the best, and then what you do after that is you click, generate. But we click use this, actually. Now, this takes about 4 minutes. So I'm going to actually edit this video here and honestly tell you this takes about 4 minutes, and the rendering time takes up to 7 minutes or so. And then that's the entire amount of time. So the entire amount of time of rendering is around 11 or 12 minutes. And that's, the outside. It's usually faster than that. But because I'm having her hold something, because this is a brand new persona, it's not one that I'm reusing, this could take the full amount of time. So I'll be right back. All right, that took almost exactly 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And as you could see, it has stripped the background out and it has done a great job of displaying the product in her hand. So here we have created an actual influencer named Audrey. She's a pickleball player, and she is actually asking you to buy this product because it says dink responsibly, which is a pickleball term. And now we could click use this. And when we click use this, it will actually utilize that. And now we have a chance to actually put captions on that if we want. So we're going to name it pickleball Audrey, and the quality, we're going to keep it 720p. We could do 1080p or 4K if we want. I just wanted to render quickly. And then captions, yeah, I mean, we could try some captions now for an example. Now, when you do captions, it's interesting. I didn't mention this before, but you could put in over 30 languages, believe it or not. You could have actually typed the language right in, and she would have mouthed the language correctly. But now that we're doing it in English, we might as well keep it in English in terms of the captions. But as you can see, we have all these different languages right here that we can actually convert to, of course, with the captions. So we're going to keep the captions at the bottom. We're going to choose English, and the style we don't want style 1 because to me it's a little busy. So in this case, we're going to look for another style. Style 2 is a very simple style. It's almost too simple. Style 3 is pretty good right there. Style 4, I believe, is pretty good too. Yeah, it's colorful. Let's check style 5. Yeah, all right. So let's do style 4, the colorful one. Okay, and then all you do is click generate. And now I said it takes up to 7 minutes. And we will have an actual working UGC influencer asking us to buy a product. Okay, that took about the full 7 minutes, so let's see how it actually looks. I'm just going to click play, and then I can download it, or I could actually reuse this girl with this little, what do you call that, arrow? Circular arrow at the top. You could actually reuse her if you want as well. And you could even send this over to another product that a lot of you may be getting if you get the all-inclusive package, and that's over to AI Humans. So let's do that. Let's play it.
My name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile.
Wow, what do you think about that? So now we could download it, obviously. That's right here. And we've saved it. And now we can reuse it if we want and change her appearance and change her emotions. So if we reuse her, now we start all over again, okay? And we're going to first go back to generate audio. We're going to pick Jessica again so that we are keeping the same voice. And this time, what we do is we write a different script. Okay, and remember, we're reusing her. We're changing her. We want her to say something else. Let's change it to Spanish. Okay, so I plugged in what I wrote. Hey, thanks for purchasing my water bottle. Now we have the Spanish for that. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to plug it in. And now Audrey is going to suddenly be speaking in Spanish. Now we want to preview that voice, make sure it sounds okay.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
Okay, so we're going to use that. Now we want to do the appearance. We're going to redo the appearance. Now, I want to point out something here. The persona that you can choose right here where it says persona, normally what you could do is you could click this drop-down box and you could choose an actual pre-made persona. I didn't talk about that before, and I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. But because we're reusing our actress from before, what it's asking us to do is edit the appearance, edit the, the background and how she looks. So in this case, let's have her not be pickleball anymore. Now she's talking about eyeliner. So let's have her dressed casually in a white t-shirt. No, let's make it more formal. Dressed formally in an off-white blouse in her bedroom at home. Okay, so she is going to be talking in the camera as an influencer now from her bedroom, and she's going to be obviously offering something different. Now, we no longer need this water bottle. We want eyeliner, which I don't have a picture of on me right now, so we're going to take that part out. And now we're going to preview our persona. This is the new Audrey. This one is going to be more formal in her bedroom. Okay, as you can see, it's the same girl that we have right here with the brown curly hair. This time she's dressed just the way we asked in a actually it's more of a bedroom or living room setting, and she's wearing a formal off-white blouse, just like we asked. So we do want to use this, and hopefully she'll be speaking Spanish like we want. In this case, we now are asking for Audrey Spanish, 720p. For the sake of speed, I'm not going to add the captions this time, but if we did, you could see we could just ask for Spanish right here. Well, why don't we try it? So we'll try that last style, or style 5, I think. I wanted to try style 5, all yellow, and then we'll click generate. Okay, that time it took a little less than 7 minutes, so I'm going to click it now, and I see a problem in that I created captions that were yellow on top of a beige blouse, but let's play it.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
Well, it's still pretty good. I'm sure that you enjoyed that. Okay, so now you go out there and you make your user-generated content and sell that to other companies or use it for yourself so that you become an AI influencer as well. I'll leave you off with my little Apple test here that I did. I think this is funny because it's kind of ironic that she's saying, buy this apple from me.
This is a test of OhSoReal. I want to sell a product to you.
Exactly. You want to help folks to sell products using OhSoReal. Enjoy. All right. Thank you very, very much, folks, for hanging out through that. And I want to just give another shout out to Alan or Elaine. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Earlier, you said bravo, Todd, and I wanted to thank you for that. That wasn't a prize-winning question or prize-winning answer, but I did want to thank you for that. All right. So let's see what we got here. After you saw that, you probably want to jump in. It's at toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal. I'm going to answer some questions now. Luann is busy, I noticed, online. So I'm going to answer some questions, and then I'm going to do a demonstration on the inside. And I'm going to try to keep this link available as well by moving it to the bottom of the screen so that you don't lose it. It's, of course, the coupon that's very important as well. Use the OhSoReal coupon for $40 off. That brings the entire feature bank, or in other words, the all-inclusive bundle, to $188 for all the things that are included. And a reminder, what's included is the basic product plus the ability to go to 30 seconds. And that means you get about 75 or 80 words that you'll be able to squeeze in there, or 400 characters. And you also get the ability for your AI avatars, your actual personas, to hold physical products. And they could also hold up not only products for ads, but put logos on their clothes as well. And the next thing I want to remind you is it also includes this, the ability to utilize our other software that's inside the Synthesys system called AI Humans That's the avatar program where you get 120. Version 3 now, we're up to version 3. And you get 10 minutes of videos per month, so you can make larger horizontal videos as well. That's not targeted towards social media as much. That's more for YouTube, the traditional YouTube, than it is for the vertical videos. That's included in that all-inclusive too. It's really, really great stuff that you'll be able to put this all together. Now, once you're in there, you'll see an order bump. Now, that means that you can make this unlimited for only $297 one time. It sounds high, but in the world of AI, because we have to pay on the inside of our system to all these APIs that we branch out to. So folks have been asking, how do we do this? What are we using? Which system are we using out there? And it's multi. We use so many different AIs and then put them together in a blender and come out with OhSoReal that I couldn't begin to answer that question. They change daily as well. All right. So it's not one particular AI that we use, it's all of them, or a good number of them, that we put together and utilize to be able to perform this magic. So that's the answer to that question. And here's your link again, toddsuggest.com/OhSoReal. I'm going to look over some of the questions now. We're getting the questions answered very quickly in the question answer box. Tom has asked, how is this different than UGC Persona that you already purchased? UGC, you purchased from Synthesys itself. It was Oliver Direct, Tom, and that was the beta version of this. You already have this product, Tom, if you purchased that. That was the beta version of this. He didn't say, oh, by the way, this is a beta version, but it was. You were being tested. And guess what? He knew that you'd get the full product in just a couple of weeks. So he didn't mention that it was beta. So, Tom, you already have this product. You're fine. Larry says, I got it. Thanks. Thank you, Larry, very much. John, how can you demo how to create the 4 clone voices? All right, so I'm going to go in there and hopefully I'll do just that. I'm going to show you where it is. I didn't want to touch it earlier because I don't want to waste one of my clone voices, but let me go in there and see what we can do. So let me pull that over. All right, I'm going to pull it over here. I'm going to make sure you can still see the link on the bottom. All right, so let me move this down. All right, so guys, this is why I don't make things full screen. It's so that you'll be able to work with me and still see other things. So that's what we have going on right here. We have the link at the bottom and my workspace is up at the top here. Well, that's interesting. One of my videos rendered that we were working on last night that I haven't seen yet. Let's take a look at it. For those of you that were on the webinar last night, remember one got stuck because we started using a high res in the middle of very heavy volume, and it just rendered.
You're going to absolutely love this book. It features adventures that take us to Europe, Asia, Hawaii, and South America. In fact, we even follow the journey of a young man who sails from Seattle to Hawaii solo.
I forgot I wrote that. I wrote that during the webinar last night. I was thinking about that guy, Oliver. His name is Oliver too. And he went from Seattle to Hawaii on a solo trip. And now there's 2 women that are out in the middle of the ocean doing the same feat. And they're all on TikTok. And it's just amazing to watch the bravery of people sailing solo like that. So I had this guy talk about that when we created him last night. I want to watch that one more time because I haven't seen it yet. This is actually a new one that we worked on during the webinar live.
You're going to absolutely love this book. It features adventures that take us to Europe, Asia, Hawaii, and South America. In fact, we even follow the journey of a young man who sails from Seattle to Hawaii solo.
All right, so the reason I put that together last night was because I was testing the captions. And as you can see, I'm not thrilled with those captions on the bottom of that one. We have a choice of 6 different styles of captions, and they show up better in some places than others. Some, you know, so I was testing it. The one, for instance, that you're looking at center screen, That's another creation we did last night. All I did is I said 20-year-old male with brown hair on the Harvard University campus. And then I gave him some captions.
All righty, there you have it. So follow me if you want more weather forecasts as we get closer and closer to the total eclipse.
That's really interesting. Did that run chills down your spine to realize that that was text to speech? That was my voice. That was my text to speech voice. And I know, John, we're in here so I could show you how to do that, and we'll do that in a second. But I want to play that again because I cannot believe that was text to speech. Do you know that in 1980 I was on 79-ish, 78 through 80, I was on roughly 120 radio stations. Do you know how easy it would have been for me to type instead of having to broadcast on all those radio stations separately? Holy cow, listen to that again.
All righty, there you have it. So follow me if you want more weather forecasts as we get closer and closer to the total eclipse.
Did you hear that? I'm looking at my girlfriend now who's here. Did you realize that that was text to speech? Listen.
All righty, there you have it. So follow me if you want more weather forecasts as we get closer and closer to the total eclipse.
That's really good. Yeah. We can't believe it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. All right. And this one was also one we worked on last night, and we decided that we'd use different captions in the future.
You have to know this. What's coming up next will be the best part of your online experience today.
Now, the interesting thing about this one is that the captions we discovered you could change the color of. And we'll play with all that in just a moment. Now, in answer to John's question, let's start from the very top. So, first of all, your link is at the bottom to get this. toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal. But you start by creating UGC video. You click that link there. Generally speaking, you can ignore all these. These are just little samples for you to play with. You start by generating audio, and that's where you will see at the bottom right here where it says My Multilingual Custom Voice. When you click that like this, see what it says right here? It says upload 10 to 30 seconds of audio. Now that is amazingly short. I thought it was 1 to 3 minutes. I was chicken to click this again because I had done it once and then I forgot. It's only 10 to 30 seconds of audio. What? And then you add your custom voice. You give it a name and you add your voice. 10 to 30 seconds. That's it. And of course, this is the one that I added. Let's click on that.
With Livecaster, your customers will be able to run pre-recorded videos as live streams to boost engagement.
That's what I actually uploaded, and I uploaded a 30-second clip, now that I'm remembering, a 30-second clip. And that's, of course, how I created that amazing voiceover for myself, text-to-speech voiceover, which is better than any other service that it's even better than the one I have sitting at 11 Labs. 11 Labs is something that some of you already have. You could, of course, export your audio from 11 Labs and import it here in the middle, where it says import an audio or select the sample below. You don't have to select this sample. Instead, you go to generate audio, and then here's our excellent voices, which are just as good as any of the 11 Labs, including Jessica, who's one of my favorite.
If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
I love how her voice cracks just a little bit at the end. You know, it's hard for me to recreate that, but she has so much inflection and character when she does that. And we have some other great voices. We played with Michael last night. His voice was very good.
Trust yourself. You know more than you think you do.
Yeah, trust yourself and get OhSoReal at toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal. Let's go over some of the features now that we've gone over the feature to add your voice. Some of the other features are, of course, the actual personas. You can actually cook one up from scratch, or you can choose one of the ready-made ones. So what we'll do is you always start with your script first. You always start with what you're going to say. So let's type something in here. So let's change the theme of the day. We're not going to do weather. We're not going to do pickleball. We're not going to do sailing. Let's do a local client. let's do a real estate. Do this for a real estate agent. Thanks for coming to my page. So normally, all right, let's say thanks for coming to my channel. We'll do this social media. It could be that you're writing about an actual website, but let's say thanks for coming to my channel. There is a new property at 38 Powell Lane in Weston, Vermont, that includes a roaring brook and 28 acres of beautiful forest land. I'm just making this up off the top of my head. Check the link out in my bio so that you can see this beautiful property for yourself. And which voice should I choose, gang? Let's choose Michael. Okay. So we'll make this a male real estate agent for a change. And in this case, the first thing you need to do is click preview. Now the preview comes pretty quickly. It's right on the right here already. It only took 2 seconds.
Thanks for coming to my channel. There is a new property at 38 Powell Lane in Weston, Vermont that includes a roaring brook and 28 acres of beautiful forest land. Check the link out in my bio so that you can see this beautiful property for yourself.
Holy mackerel, was that great or what? Unbelievable. Again, just again and again and again. Then after you've created your audio or you've uploaded your audio, which is also something you could have done, now you're going to click on appearance. You always start with audio, then move over to appearance, which is the way, by the way, that you actually traditionally would put together a video. If you worked at a TV station and were an editor, you'd always start with the audio and add visuals later. So it's the correct order. So now we're going to click on appearance. All right, now that we've clicked on appearance, we have a choice on the upper left. Is everybody following me? I just want to make sure you guys are getting some good use out of this. Everybody, I know you're asking questions in there. I want to make sure that you're watching. Yeah, okay, Mark. Thank you. It's good to know people listen. All right, so here we go. You can now continue to customize your character, or you could actually go to the pre-made ones. Now, these are the female. We have 6 female pre-made ones. And remember, you could change them. All right. And in terms of the males, we have a bunch. This is kind of a nerdy guy. This is a really interesting one. We haven't used him much because he's so nerdy looking. Let's use him for a change. Oh, gosh. We got to make him look more pro. We're going to make him look more professional. So on the upper left, the guy with the glasses, I think he even has acne, believe it or not. And he's dressed rather slovenly. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit his appearance. Have him wearing a suit and tie. And we'll make it a blue suit and tie and matching tie. Now, you don't have to be very specific with the prompts. It figures out what you want better than if you put specifics, unlike what you used to with most AI. Simpler, the better. And let's see, what background should we give him? Place him inside an outdoor plaza in New York City with no other people in it. All right. And for a product, we could choose a product for him to hold, but he's talking about real estate. Well, let's choose a product for him to hold anyway. I don't have much here, but we'll pick one of our things. All right. Okay, remember our water bottle from before? Let's have him hold that, just for the heck of it. Have him hold this water bottle and show it off. Okay, and now we're going to preview that persona. It takes 3 to 4 minutes to render. There may be heavy load right now, which may make it take longer, but let's preview that by clicking preview. And while it is generating, we can actually talk, and I'll answer some more questions while we're waiting for that. Just a reminder, the link is toddsuggests.com/get-OhSoReal. That's toddsuggests.com/get-OhSoReal. The coupon code is OhSoReal. That's OhSoReal, and that brings the price down to $188 for the main product, plus all the feature bank products, which I just went over moments ago. We could go over again in a moment. And the only thing not included is to make this go absolutely unlimited. It's the only thing that's not included. All right. While this is rendering, which just takes 3 minutes more or so, I am going to actually take a look at some of your questions. Now, Mark, when you said following you, I got all excited that you were following me on TikTok. So I have a weather and astronomy thing going on TikTok with 500,000 followers, which is separate from my marketing. And that we mentioned during the webinar because I posted using my text-to-speech voice and a mock-up of me that we produced with this product just the other day. And I could go in there right now, as a matter of fact, while we're speaking, and I could see how many I now have, how many people now followed that, or should I say, watch that particular video. So let me go in there. I'm a little off subject. Oh, I wanted you to see something else that I just ran into in TikTok. So I'm going to turn on my camera. Am I on? Hi. Hey, gang. All right. You can see that, right? Okay, so I'm going to play this. This is actually an example of how I was paid to produce user-generated content on TikTok. This was put on someone else's channel. It was also put on my channel, which means I also was paid as an influencer for it, but it was also put on their channels like you could do with this current product. It's Todd here, your go-to weather expert. Now, if you are like me, you want to make sure that your home is ready for anything that Mother Nature throws its way. Not just for big storms, but year-round. And today, I'm sharing the secret to long-term home protection. Well, we usually brace for extreme weather events like hurricanes, floods, or snowstorms. There's one thing that's easy to overlook: your home's drainage system. It needs to perform every day, no matter the season. So how do you make sure it's ready for anything? The answer is simple: leaf filter. You see, a good drainage system isn't just about keeping water away from your roof. It's about protecting your foundation, your landscaping. So what's important to realize about long-term damage. All right, Todd, enough. That's where leaf filter comes in. You see, leaf filter. I talk too much. So basically what's important about that particular video is you saw that it had me. You could barely tell that I wasn't AI. I wasn't AI in that, but I looked a little AI in that. But you see how I then took some regular scenes and put it into that same video? And that was with me doing it. I'm not an editor. All right. I'm not a video editor. I'm just a guy that knows how to dabble a little bit around with video, like probably you do. And I was able to cut some scenes in there and add it to make it into a professional video. And for that series of maybe 6 videos, I got paid $9,000. And that's something that you'd be able to work on as well. So I just wanted to show you that. So our persona is ready. I'm going to turn off my camera and we're going to take a look inside again. And all right, so this guy that you see right here looks a little bit AI to me. So I would actually re-render this. All right, because he looks a little bit plasticky. But for the purpose of this demonstration right now, let me just say that we're going to use this, and we'll see how he looks when he actually starts moving. So this one doesn't look quite as realistic as I would like him to look, and the way I would get around that is to just preview it again. All right, I don't have to use this if I don't want, but just so that we can move along in the demo right now, I'm going to use this one instead of re-rendering. And we're going to do this. We're going to pick a name for this. So Nerdy Guy in New York. Quality, we're going to keep it 720p so that it renders quickly. That's the quickest. We're not going to use captions this time. When we have used captions, I pointed out that you could change the actual language of the captions to match what you originally put in. This is English, so we're not going to change the language. The captions would run at the bottom if we ran them, and the style that we choose, the style that's looking really good so far is style 1 is very flashy. It includes emojis, and style 2 has been pretty good as well. But style 3, we needed to change the color of, and it does give you that choice right here. You see that? You can change the color. We just changed it to make it more bold. And style 4, I like this. This one has different colors. Style 5, it came out all yellow. I think we may be able to change that. Let's see. It may just change the, I think it just changed the outline. And style 6, that one, I want to see what happens if I change the color. Yeah, that has so many different colors. I don't think you could really change the color realistically of that one. So just play around with those. And of course, you could, regenerate them. The way to regenerate, you could just reuse your characters, your AI avatars with this right here. Anyway, we're going to take the captions off on this one, and we're going to generate. And this takes 6 or 7 minutes normally. And you could follow the progress right here in the progress bar, and it's pretty accurate. Usually it stops and gives you your presentation at about 85%. Because we have a heavy load right now, this may take a little longer than it normally does. Now, as I said, you could reuse. That's this right here. You could send over to AI Humans. That's this right here. You could delete. You could download.
I can't wait for the launch of OhSoReal. This is going to be my ticket to making myself into a 6-figure AI influencer.
And if you want to see me do a weather forecast on the right, I created one that would wear the clothes that I normally would wear and was standing in an environment that I would normally stand and wearing glasses like I would normally wear. And even though this guy has a little bit more hair than me, he does have my hair color roughly.
Hi, this is meteorologist Todd. I'm undercover as my AI persona because, frankly, I'm worried you will be mad at me after this forecast. Wet weather to start off Saturday will dry out a little bit, but most of the Northeast will remain locked in with cold, dank, drizzly weather.
Let me say, actually try saying that. With cold, dank, drizzly weather. See, that's really my voice, right? Okay, so let me now go to TikTok and see how that's doing, that video. Usually it tails off after a day or two. And acts as a shield for your. Let me run in there and scroll all the way back up to the top. Okay, I cracked 10K. Here, let me show you. Hi, this is meteorologist Todd. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the camera again while we're waiting for that other one to render. A reminder, if you need the link, it's at the bottom of the screen, toddsuggests.com/get OhSoReal. Hi, this is the video on TikTok. I'm trying to look at the stats. For some reason, it's not showing me the stats like it normally does, but it looks like they changed it to more insights. TikTok changes overnight. That's weird. All right, so you can see the stats right there. It's backwards, huh? I'll read it off to you. It's 10,308 video views, 610 likes, 60 comments, 8 shares, and 11 saves. If you could read backwards, then you were able to see that just now. Isn't that interesting? That's funny. They changed TikTok since last night and had to see the stats. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and see if we're rendered yet. See what our progress is. We're up to 26%, going a little slower than usual. Usually takes up to 7 minutes. This one sounds like, or by the rate it's going, it looks like it'll take maybe 9 minutes. Very good. I'm going to answer some questions while we're waiting for that to render. You, of course, see that we're working on a project right now. We used one of the pre-existing ones just now, and we changed it so that he wouldn't look so nerdy. We put him in a suit, but we kept his face the same, so he's still wearing those kind of odd big framed glasses. TC Carter reminds me that when the color picker displays, you can enter the RGB code for any color you want. Thank you, TC. Please give us an example of a reach out email to sell a video. That's a great question. I'll actually take you through the entire process, Carlos. All right, folks. Before we finish, I am going to show you something extremely, extremely valuable that you could do with this product. All right. I'm going to show you how to put these inside an email so that you can reach out to folks. I'm going to actually do that with you, and that's how we'll finish off today. Mark asks, can you create a new video while waiting for a render? Yes, we could actually go in there right now, create UGC video, and start all over again. I could show you the process is to import an audio or pick one of the audio clips, or the most frequent thing you should do is just start by clicking on the bottom left, generate audio. Once you click generate audio, you pick from one of the voices.
Never mistake motion for action.
Hello, this is a demo of the voice you have selected,
etc. Once you pick your voice, then from there, you type a script. All right, that's what you could do. You could use your own voice by clicking this right here where it says my multilingual custom voice. You could then upload a 10 to 30 second audio of yourself, just 10 to 30 seconds, and you'll get a very, very close approximation of your own voice. It's remarkable. It's truly remarkable. And the description could be typed in right here. We could start on another one, but rather than do that, while we're waiting, I am going to teach you something. So I want everybody to get back to the keyboard right now. I'm going to bring you to a site called easygif.com. I want you to realize that you can click video to GIF like this and choose a file from your keyboard. I did this one earlier today. I chose this one. Let me try a different one that I didn't actually do. Let's do our pickleball girl, Audrey. It's a pretty long one. I just chose the file pickleball1.mp4. It's a video right now. We're going to change this to an animated GIF file. We're going to click upload video. This is amazing because this is how I got many of you to come to this webinar. here we have now started to take our video and turn it into an animated GIF. Okay, it has 0 to 13 seconds. That's perfect amount of time. We don't need it this big. Let's make it smaller. And let's convert to GIF. You will see before your very eyes in about 10 or 20 seconds that this GIF is going to be created. We could then take that and bring it to an autoresponder and put it in our email that we're going to send out. Okay, here it is. This is now an animated GIF. Now realize I'm going to actually use this. I'm going to use this today, what we're producing right now. All I have to do is just save it. What have we been working for 1 minute here? I already saved it. I'm going to go to my downloads. There's our pickleball girl. I'm going to change the name. Pickleball girl dot GIF. OSR pickleball girl dot GIF. I'm going to take that file and bring it to my desktop. If I could find my desktop, it always disappears on me. All right, it's now on my desktop. Now what I need to do is upload that so that I'll be able to use it in an email. So I'm going to upload the, oh, I don't know if this is the right FileZilla. I usually use my other computer. I'm not sure this is going to work. Maybe. I'm trying this on another computer screen. FTP. Okay, I'm trying now to get into my FTP. Now, normally what you could do is just upload it through your various autoresponder, just upload to this service, but I am putting it somewhere where it could be used at all different autoresponders since I have so many. That's what I'm actually doing in the other screen. I must have put in the wrong thing there. So I'll show you right in the autoresponder itself, the way that most people would do it. So let's go to get response. Here's one of the very popular autoresponders. This is, you guys go through this every day where it makes you confirm stuff. I have to get into my autoresponder, and of all the times it wants me to log in with a verification code. Okay, I'm in. That was funny. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create an actual email. So create a newsletter. I'm not as familiar with GetResponse as I am with Aweber. I should have done it in Aweber, but let's build from scratch. Let's see what we get here. Where are my templates? I can never find my own templates. These are templates in the autoresponder. What I want to do is add an image, so I'm going to have to upload that image. Okay, image. It says drag the image here. In order to add the image, I have to, usually it makes me drag it not from my computer screen. It's going to let me do it from my computer? No, it wants to do it from the gallery. So I'm going to add to the gallery. I'm going to add our pickleball girl that we just created. Okay. And there she is. And our pickleball girl is now added to the email. You're going to see her pop up right there. But here's what's really important about this. Is now that she's in there, we could link her to the actual video. All right, or wherever we want to send folks. We could actually make this a linked image. Here's the image source right here. Alternate text on the right-hand side of your screen. Pickleball girl. We can make it smaller. And if I click on her, I could add a link to her, I believe. Normally, I would just like highlight it and then add a link. I usually do it in Aweber, so it's a little easier for me to know the exact steps. But you see what I'm getting at, which is really cool that we were able to do that so quickly. Okay, let's go back now to our Synthesys OhSoReal and see if we have generated our video yet. It was going a little slower than usual. It looks like it's there. Let's see how he came out.
Thanks for coming to my channel. There is a new property at 38 Powell Lane in Weston, Vermont that includes a roaring brook and 28 acres of beautiful forest land. Check the link out in my bio so that you can see this beautiful property for yourself.
Now, if I was to redo that by clicking the redo button, use same avatar button, the redo or replay right here on the top, I would ask for several things. First of all, it wants you to generate the audio again. So let's give him a generic audio this time.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
Well, that's a female, so that wouldn't work.
Hey guys, are you...
Pause. This might just interest you.
All right, so that's a guy that's saying pause, stop what you're doing is what he means. So let's use that. Okay. And now when we click on appearance, that's when we make our changes. See how it says edit appearance? In this case, we want the actual bottle that he's showing, the water bottle, to be closer to his body. So we'd say make him appear photorealistic. We normally don't have to write that. It just does that. He should be wearing a nice golf shirt. gray golf shirt. And let's have him not hold an object this time. So we'll have no object. Have him hold an orange in his hand close to his chest. I don't know. Male? No. Reuse? Yes. Preview persona. This will take about 3 minutes to preview. All right, folks, I'm going to read your questions. I hope that what I showed you just a moment ago was extremely valuable about how you can add to an email one of these using that site, easygif.com. That's how we do it over at the Todd Gross team. And a reminder, it's toddsuggest.com/get OhSoReal. Use your coupon OhSoReal. Yeah, there is instructions inside, Greg. Yes. You don't need it. Mark says, great tip, brilliant. You're welcome. Adding to emails has been something that I've been doing for over 10 years, and it's one of the reasons for my success is adding animated GIFs. And in this case, obviously, they're very compelling. You can't do a horizontal landscape video, Rainier, but guess what? You can if you get the all-inclusive package, because we also have AI Humans in there, which is 120 pre-made avatars, and those are horizontal videos. Mark was at keyboard with bated breath while I did that. That's great. Yeah, there is a way to do a landscape video. Can we link to the videos located at Synthesys or download and upload into our own YouTube channel? Download, and I got your email now. That sounds like Luann is answering. Okay, any fresh questions? Go ahead, Luann.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yes, that was me. And I assume what I had mentioned earlier was that, yes, those videos that they are creating will be left in their back office, but it is best for them to download it and put it on something like Vimeo and use it that way. I don't know that it can be linked from the back office. I guess it'll just be stored there.
Thanks, Luann. So he's more photorealistic now, but now our New York City streets don't look quite as photorealistic, so we would have to specify that to redo it again. But the orange is just as I was hoping. His golf shirt is just as I was hoping. We cleaned him up. He looks much better than he did originally, and now we could use this and render that. You see him right there? He looks so much better. Use this. And the one on the left, that's the faker one. That's not what we're using. New nerdy guy. And we're not using captions. So I'll click generate, and that'll take about 7 minutes. And there you go. And we'll come back to that in 7 minutes. We'll answer a few more questions, and then we'll wrap up. Folks, I want to remind you, it's toddsuggest.com/get OhSoReal. I have some great examples to show you first before we do wrap up. And really good examples. Let's start with this one.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure you knew that this water bottle is on sale today. You need to buy it now.
Stop scrolling and listen up.
Guys, you need to check this out. This fish oil from Warrior Lab is amazing. I think you will love that product for sure.
This has become my new favorite part of my night routine. It's not just tea, it's a hormone balancing blend that has seriously helped my cramps. If you know the struggle, you need this. It's linked right here on sale.
A reminder, that's an actual real ad from Todd Spears, one of our partners. And he actually put that together after seeing this software. He was supposed to use this so that he'd promote the product and give us a hand. But instead, he got in there. He got so excited about the product. He immediately started utilizing it for his own business within minutes. And that's what that was right there. I have to give him a shout out because he produced that. I didn't produce that.
Hi, this is meteorologist Todd. I'm undercover as my AI persona because, frankly, I'm worried you will be mad at me after this forecast. Wet weather to start off Saturday will dry out a little bit, but most of the Northeast will remain locked in with cold, dank, drizzly weather for much of Saturday and Sunday, with the highs in the 50s and low 60s. 15th Saturday in a row of rain in Boston.
All right. And there's the statistics after one day. Now we're up to 10,000 views.
Hey guys, are you ready to take your creativity to the next level? Follow me for tips and inspiration to turn your passion into profit.
You can easily get paid hundreds of dollars for just minutes of your time when you use the agency version of InstaStory to create bio landing pages for clients.
Got a roof that's seen better days? Keep your...
Oops.
Got a roof that's seen better days? Keep your home safe, dry, and stylish with a roof that can handle anything. Don't let leaks ruin your comfort or your wallet. We'll make sure your roof is rock solid. Ready to upgrade? Click the link below.
Tired of frizz and dull hair? Our lightweight hair serum transforms dry strands into silky perfection. Just a few drops, instant shine, zero grease. Let your hair shine. Shop now at silkyhair.com.
As I mentioned earlier, you could take this and bring it into another video editor and really dress it up.
Tired of frizz and dull hair? Our lightweight hair serum transforms dry strands into silky perfection. Just a few drops, instant shine, zero grease. Let your hair shine. Shop now at silkyhair.com.
And even though that we got some help from a professional video editor, I was able to start playing around with it just by asking it to produce a green screen background.
Hi, I love talking about our new product called OhSoReal. You can upload your own voice, create a voice clone of yourself or a client, or you can use one of our AI voices. Like me, I'm Jessica. Hi, I love talking about our new product called OhSoReal. You can upload your own voice, create a voice clone of yourself or a client, or you can use one of our AI voices. Like me, I'm Jessica.
So I just found the cutest little cafe downtown, and I had to share. The vibe is super cozy, the coffee is amazing, and they've got these homemade pastries that are next level. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. It might just become your new favorite spot.
So how could I create something like that? And I mentioned last night that all you have to do is just ask it to do a green screen background, which I did in this clip right here. This is actually inside the software now in the upper right. You can see this guy. We were playing around with the captions. I didn't like how the captions came out on that one because I didn't specify the right color. But in the color picker, oh, our orange guy is ready. He's ready already? I'll get to you, orange guy, in a minute. Anyway, the guy in the upper right here, let's just watch that because you could see how I can now take this and bring it into any video editor and just take out the green screen and, of course, have any moving background I want.
You have to know this. What's coming up next will be the best part of your online experience today.
Yeah. And we just created the one on the upper left.
Pause. This might just interest you. The pieces are falling into place, and you're about to be thrilled.
All right. So that didn't take long at all. I'm very happy with the speed that that rendered. And we have some from, you know, you just saw this one. As a matter of fact, on the right-hand side, you can see that I created that just yesterday with the water bottle. I took a picture of the water bottle. I just put it on a countertop, and then it removed the countertop and it placed the water bottle in this guy's hand on the right.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure you knew that this water bottle is on sale today. You need to buy it now.
Okay, and let's finish up by once again reminding you that there's an uncanny text-to-speech going on here. When I play this, I keep thinking, is this really my cloned voice? And I keep trying to remember if I recorded a separate clip with my real voice or if this is my cloned voice. And even though I can't make up my mind, I'm 90% sure this is my actual cloned voice on the left where it says alrighty.
Alrighty, there you have it. So follow me if you want more weather forecasts as we get closer and closer to the total eclipse.
Yeah, I wrote that. Look at that.
Alrighty, there you have it. So follow me if you want more weather forecasts as we get closer and closer to the total eclipse.
That's pretty amazing. All right. And then we have our pickleball girls that we were playing with. We didn't play this one recently. Let's play this one.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
And a reminder to do that, all you have to do is translate. So I'm going to leave you off with this today. When you create your UGC video, you pick an audio.
Download this podcast wherever you get them and start listening today.
The most likely thing you would do, though, is not pick one of the pre-made ones, but actually create an audio. But for speed, I was just about to show you something, and I lost track of what I was going to show you. What was I going to show you just now? Let's see. Male, female. Well, that's a female. Custom. Oh, language. We were talking about language. So how do you do the other languages? All you do is you just type out a description right here, and then you could just go to Google Translator. If you are somebody that speaks another language, you could just type it in. Parlez-vous français, etc. Right? But if you type it in English, I want to take a trip to Australia in 2028 so that I can see the total eclipse of the sun, right? And you can just take that, edit, copy, go to Google Translate, and just type in the language is going to be detected automatically, but we could write that it was English, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, English, and we're going to change that to another language. Let's change it to Portuguese from Portugal. That Portuguese. We're going to enter the text here, and it immediately gave us the Portuguese version. We copy that, go back, replace it, edit, paste, and now it's going to speak in Portuguese. All right. And what kind of background do we have? Let's see. We're picking a pre-made persona. Let's do a female. We'll do her. Edit appearance. All right, we'll do red bikini. And we'll do that on a beach. Beach in Aruba. It knows its geography. And then preview persona. So we have her speaking Portuguese, but she's in Aruba. We're mixing a lot of different things together here in a very short clip. And this takes about 3 minutes. So I wanted to show you how to do the other language. That's what I had forgotten for a second there. And while we're waiting for that preview to render, a reminder, this incredible product that I'm demoing is toddsuggests.com/get-OhSoReal and use the coupon OhSoReal for $40 off. Once you're on the inside, you can go unlimited. There's an order bump, as it's called, where you actually have a possibility to check this box right here in the lower right. And for $297, you could make this so that you could do as many videos as you want. And you could make as many different AI avatars, influencers, personas as you want. I don't believe it. She's ready already. All right, they gave me an indoor shot, and I asked for an outdoor shot, so I would obviously ask for a redo on that. That's the preview that we got. She's wearing a bikini. It's not red, so I want to make sure that, let me say red bikini. Bikini in the color red, outdoors on a beach in Maui. All right, we'll try that. And that will generate a preview. Here's the link again, toddsuggests.com/get-OhSoReal. I'm taking a look at your questions. Yeah, we do have the custom name on her shirt. That's an excellent question. Let's go back to that one. That was the mind-blowing one.
There's no question that people love stories, but why does it have to stop at just social media? Wouldn't it be great to leverage the power of stories all across the web to help you boost engagement, get free traffic, and make sales?
Mark, thank you for all the comments, by the way. Yeah, so this one was amazing. We just took a logo and put that white logo on the white t-shirt and blended it all together so that there was no mismatch. And then it moved with her as she was moving. Watch as she bounces around.
There's no question that people love stories, but why does it have to stop at just social media? Wouldn't it be great to leverage the power of stories all across the web to help you boost engagement, get free traffic, and make sales?
All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. You know, I'm going to bring Luann back in now. She's going to wrap up. Let me go back down here and show the link to you. Okay, this is where to get it. Luann, do you have a few minutes to just do a wrap up?
I sure do.
Thanks. I know you're busy over there, so I tried to handle it as long as I could.
And I just did a boo-boo. I was about to post. Somebody asked a question about getting unlimited. What they passed it up and they wanted to get the link. Can you post again? Because I accidentally deleted your comment while I was trying to post it to you. Sorry about that. I wish the trash can was not right beside the comments. So whoever that was, please, if you want the unlimited, you passed it up and want to purchase it now. Dan, that was you. Okay, thank you for reposting. Okay, I'm sending you that link right now. AJ, put the logo on the t-shirt simply by selecting the image of the logo, and you add it when you're filling out the description. After you do the audio, you put the audio in, and then you can preview your audio, and then you go to the next step, which is appearance, and you get to put in the how you want the person to look. The next thing is the option of adding an image of the product or the logo that you want to add. Once you do that, then you put, I think I forget what the next title is. So you're putting position in. So in this case, instead of something that you want to hold in their hand, you're telling, you're describing that you want the product to be placed on the shirt. And so it's very, very simple to do. Tom, I'm not sure what you mean by a dynamic image. Troy, there's a limit of 4 voices that you can clone, 4 total. We don't at this time have an option to do any more than that. And no, you cannot delete one and replace it with another. You just get 4 total. You're welcome, Dan. Oh, I see what you're saying, Tom. No, I don't think so. I think you would have to put the actual name or yeah, because you're not typing something in there. You're putting the image. So I think you would have to put the image in that says the name on it at this time. In the future, who knows? But that's the total. That's the way you would do it now. Steve, 4 voices that you can clone. Mark, have fun playing with the software. Any other questions? There's still quite a few of you on here. We're so delighted that last night we were on for 4 hours. Today, well, I guess we're just about the same thing here. Working on our 4th hour, I guess. So, yes, Steve, there is a replay. It is already on the sales page. They just posted it a little while ago. It's a replay from last night, and you'll be able to watch that replay again. The sales page, I did have it. Let's see if I can find it again. One second. Yes, I got it. Whoop, oh, that was. I'm going to post it in the chat. It's OhSoReal.ai/amazing is the sales page. So if you want to watch that or the demo, they're both on the sales page on Todd's demo that he did in the webinar. So you can watch both of those on the sales page now. So yeah, look for the link in the chat. Oh, congratulations, Jim. Glad you were able to purchase. Dan, we don't have a selection of emails that I am aware of. That might be something we'll think about. But we do have some information that are part of the bonuses that Todd went through earlier. They're on the bonus stock. When you land on the thank you page after your purchase, there's several things on that thank you page, including the login link, support link, and the link for the bonus stock. And you'll find everything there. Yes, Todd, Carlos is reminding you about the wording for the reach out email. I must have missed what that is. Did you say that we would supply something? Or is Todd gone forever? Todd may have stepped away. I'll have to double check that, Carlos, and see what that is. And if we can put that together, and again, that we can put that on the bonus stock, anything like that. You're welcome, Dan. Any other questions? Dan, yes, this is live. Absolutely, this is live. Yeah, all 4 hours last night and all whatever 3 hours today. Yes, we have been live. And we're, we have the whole team here answering questions in the back room. The replay is on the sales page. It's above the demo. Just scroll down. You'll see it. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate all of you being here today. And some of you repeats from last night. And I really hope that you all learned a lot. Todd went through quite a bit of demo, and I hope you got picked up on a lot of different tips from him that will help you speeding your way through using it and getting things out there and getting these videos developed to be part of your business. Ben, I'll give you a link. Just keep in mind that prices will change as we go through the week. And then prices will change as launch ends. So do be mindful of that. Steve, I'm not sure what you're referring to about timers and verification. Steve, if you're talking about old Synthesys login, as in on the old platform, that's correct because it's a whole different platform. And there is forgot password on the new platform, so you can always use the forgot password. That's the easiest thing to do. Just put in the email that you purchased with, and it will send you an email for you to click on and reset your password. The replay is definitely on the sales page now. And I did put the link in the chat. It ends in amazing. So yeah, I'm not sure what timers don't have anything to do with the purchase, but I don't know what verification you had to go through. That maybe has to do with PayPal or Stripe. I'm not sure. Oh, you're welcome, Robbie. I'm glad you got it. Correct, man. The unlimited is also a one-time. No recurring fees. Which is phenomenal, really, that we were able to do that. So, yeah, keep that in mind with it being unlimited personas and unlimited videos. And well worth it, especially if you plan on having customers, you're going to be wanting to produce, a lot of videos for your different customers. You'll want that unlimited for sure. Okay, Carlos, yeah, we'll work on that. Reach out, email, and see. I put a reminder in to Todd about that. Steve, at this time, we do not have an option to purchase any additional beyond the 4 voices that you can clone. Yes, Ben, this does come with commercial license. So no matter whether you bought the front end or if you bought the entire bundle, it comes with the commercial license. So you can sell any of these videos. Lincoln, that you get, if you just buy the front end, you're going to get 500 credits per month, and they will renew automatically. And again, this is a one-time purchase. If you purchase the bundle with the unlimited, or even the front end with unlimited, you will get, it won't matter. The credits don't matter. They just won't change. So. Ben, the render time it doesn't change with, because of commercial license or anything. The render time is for while Todd was demonstrating today, the render time is extremely fast. Last night it was a little bit slower, and so I'm really, really pleased that it's with everybody on it. It's still going very, very quickly. So a couple minutes to do the preview, and then just a couple minutes more to do the actual render. Any other questions? Ben, it's going to be a total of 4 voices that you can clone. Now, if you just want to, you don't have to clone anybody. You can have them record an audio. So that's another way to do with that. You don't have to worry about cloning everybody. You can have them record an audio no longer than 30 seconds, and import that audio. Troy, at this time, you cannot purchase any additional. It's going to be 4 cloned voices, and that's going to be the limit for everyone. So yes, Ben, you can import your audio from anywhere. So not a problem. There's somebody asked about API with 11 Labs or something like that. No, that's not a possibility, but you can record something. And don't forget about our voices, Synthesys AI voices. They are absolutely incredible. So please keep that in mind. And some of you have already purchased the AI voices, and those are definitely usable within this software. So this is why everything's under one roof. I know that sometimes if you're a brand new customer, you might get a little overwhelmed when you log into Synthesis because there's so much there. But the beauty of it is that so many of the different products from Synthesis are can be used together, and that includes the voices. So you can record a voice with the AI voices and then import it in as an audio into OhSoReal and use those voices. So then you will get, if you purchasing the bundle, you will also get AI Humans. That's 120 of the version 3 AI Humans. And those are in a separate section of inside your Synthesis dashboard. And it, along with the AI Humans, is a video editor and a background remover, so that you can use those things as well over there. So you can import one of the OhSoReal personas and take it over to AI Humans and work with it there as well. Troy, you mean as part of the AI Humans? You want senior citizens? I haven't even looked at, okay, I haven't even looked at all the 120 that are available, but I know that Oliver tries to get a good mix of ethnicity and, male, female, and different ages. So, he does try to mix them up quite a bit, but yeah, we could give him that suggestion that we'll have some more. But now with OhSoReal, you can make as many senior citizens as you want. It doesn't matter what age group. You just put in woman in her 60s or man in his 70s, and that's what you're going to get. So I created a number of videos myself, and that's exactly what I did. And I got some really good looking, very realistic women or men in that age range. No, Brian, no, there's nothing else you have to purchase. And again, like I said, if you've already gotten some of these things from Synthesis in the past, like the voices, you just use those. Or if you have a third party supplier already, a product already that you use, then you just use those. So but there's no additional cost. Ben, Todd does have some training about TikTok that we've already given out. Then that might help answer some of your questions. We could actually add that to the bonus stock, I suppose. So that would not be an issue. Yeah, please do. Please email, and I'll make sure you get those. He does have an absolutely incredible amount of people on following him on TikTok, and the views have just grown enormously since he started. I guess a year ago, April, March. It's been incredible. So he really does have great experience in doing that. You're welcome, Brian. Okay. I hope I caught up to everything. I hope I answered. If I didn't answer anything or something that you still need answered, please put it back in. I was trying to do everything in order, but I may have missed one. Oh, TC, well, thank you for coming back a second time, first of all. I mean, I think that's really incredible that some of you have been here twice. And we really appreciate your time, and I'm glad we were able to, give you a head start on using this. And yes, you did. And stayed until the end, both times. Yes, this is really amazing. I believe it or not, these are not the longest ones we've ever done. We did one of some years back that was 5 hours long. So yeah. Oh, Mr. World Famous. I'm so glad you came back too. That is wonderful. I'm so glad you learned a lot. Yeah, bring camping gear. But yeah, that was just about the way we were feeling at that time. That was one that we did with. I think that was the one we did with Matt Bush. Yeah. Oh, Ben, no, not a replay from last night. No, nope, no. We do all ours live. We enjoy them, and it's great, and it's crazy what is going on in the background that you guys don't even know about, but because we're multitasking the whole time we're on these webinars. We've got Teams group going with all of our affiliates and things going on that we're dealing with while we're on these webinar calls. No, Ben, at this point in time, we're only doing the 2. And they always work very well. We get a lot of people on our pre-launch webinar in the evening, and then again in the morning. So yeah, this usually works very, very well, and we get different time zones so that we reach more people around the world that way. Yes, you can definitely sell it as an affiliate. If you want to contact me at yourgreenscreenguide@gmail.com and just say I'd like to be an affiliate, I can set you up. If you are already an affiliate at JVZoo, just send me your affiliate ID number and we'll go from there. Yes, Ivor. You can definitely purchase the unlimited later on. We have a separate link for that. And if you need that link right now, I can give that to you. So you have it. Again, prices may be going up throughout launch, and they will go up after the launch is over. So do keep that in mind. Well, it is 1:30, and I'll do a last call for any additional urgent questions that you have, and then I'll be closing down the webinar.